Okay. Unmuting. I think we're live. Oh, I gotta mute that. Holy cow.
We appear to be live.
We are live. Oh no, quiet, be quiet. There we go. Got it. Hello and welcome. We're streaming again for the first time in 2 years. It feels great. It's like we never left, honestly. Um, Not really. It does feel like 2 years have passed. Anyway, so excited to be streaming D&D again. Um, we're going to be playing every other Monday. We'll be playing at this time, 7 p.m. Central, and we'll probably play for 3-4 hours each session as we go through the Ghosts of Saltmarsh, adapted to an original homebrew setting. If you've watched any of our previous stuff, the last campaign that we did was the Skies of Artifice. This campaign will be taking place in the same setting as that. If you haven't seen any of that, I recommend you go back and watch it, as long as you're fine with it remaining unresolved, because we stopped in like session 20 something, unfortunately, and then that's where that one ended. So, as always, I'm Nick. I'm the DM of this campaign. Here with us, if everyone wants to go around and just introduce yourselves and your characters, name, race, class, any pertinent information you want to do, that'd be great. We'll start with Case.
I'm Case. I'm playing Terpsichore, the Yuan Ti bard hailing from the College of Dance. She's from a remote jungle commune of snake people that are heavily integrated into what island did we decide that
This
she's
is
from?
taking place on the continent of Evanon.
Continent. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So this one, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So her Yuan Ti commune is has maintained small but respected status within the continent of Evanon, and now she's had to explore the world and see if there are any other holdouts of her historied people. Um,
Awesome.
yeah.
And Ian?
Hello. I'm playing Simon Valus, who is a fighter, and most importantly, subclass is Purple Dragon Knight. So I will have a Purple Dragon companion whose name is Vesk. And let's see what else. In terms of my species, an important point is I'm actually playing. We're going to separate some player and character knowledge here. I'm playing a changeling, but as far as any of the rest of the party knows, I'm just a human, just a regular old human. Nothing to see here. Um, Simon hails from the big city. Part of a lot of this is just stuff I'm coming up with, so that I came up with his backstory, Nick. So you can let me know if it doesn't work for the world. But I kind of think of the Purple Dragon Knights as so they have their own essentially like training center academy where they raise people from very young because they need to psychically bond with their dragons. So it's like this whole training process. And I lost my train of thought. Oh, the other thing is it's kind of such an ostentatious thing. Like to my mind, I think of the Purple Dragon Knights in this world as like, I don't want to say rock stars because that implies a level of fame, but like they're not just fighters. Like you would only have these like fancy Purple Dragon Knights because you use them not only for fighting but to like go on different missions of goodwill in the world or like show their presence. So that's kind of how I think is Simon. That's what he's doing right now. He's on his first kind of quest out in the world. Um, Actually, in my mind, because I was thinking of like how in the K-pop world they have these academies where they train them from like youth and do all these intense trainings. That's kind of how I think of the Purple Dragon Knights in this world. Again, not in terms of like their level of fame, but just like it's a whole thing that they have to go through. They're not just like regular fighters.
Right. No, that's cool. I'm all for that. I like the idea of them having a unique academy, specifically for this type of training. That's exciting. I will apologize for our dog. She likes to bark. She will probably be heard in the background occasionally. I'll do my best to mute or turn down my gain when she's being loud, and I don't have to, but it's unfortunately just a reality of my household. But with that, Josh, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Josh. I will be playing Kara, and Kara is a kobold scion. Yeah, basically she grew up outside of normal society on Arthas, and only recently have kobolds been trying to integrate more with the other races, and she kind of didn't really get along well with the rest of her tribe. Definitely a bit much to handle at times. So she struck out and ended up stumbling her way into becoming a psionic warper.
Exciting. I'm excited to see this class play out too, because this is from one of our three classes from the Unearthed Arcana. So totally new. I'm excited to see how the Warper works. And then Justin.
Yeah, hi, I'm Justin, and I will be playing Quizzy Fizzleboom, who is a rock gnome, who at one was doing like everything normal gnomes do. They make stuff, they blow up stuff, it's fun. But one day he accidentally went on a Ardathis-themed ayahuasca journey by accidentally eating some mold, and found himself really digging nature and being one with nature. So he left and went out in the rough for a while, and now he's back with animal friends, and he is a ranger beastmaster.
Exciting. All right, a couple things before we get started. One thing that we like to do, that I like to do on the stream, is to give you people who are watching a way to interact with us. So you'll be earning experience points as you watch, and you can spend those on a few different things. In addition to the normal stuff like highlighting a message and all that, you can also bless a PC. So grant a PC of your choice a bless die, a D4 that they have to use on their next roll. You can grant a PC a healing surge. This allows them to roll one of their hit dice without spending it, add their con mod to that roll, and immediately regain those hit points. Even outside of turn in combat, it happens as soon as it's granted. You can do a mass bless. You can give everybody a bless die, a d4 for their next roll. And then you can do inspiration. So how we handle inspiration is I do a pool of inspiration that caps out at the number of players in the party. So currently we're at 4 inspiration, and we have 4 people playing right now. We do have a 5th player who is not with us. That is Maxine Newman. Maxine will be joining us for session 2. But so 4 is the limit on inspiration. They're allowed to spend that as they want for inspiration to re-roll tests or to roll with advantage. Every time they roll a natural 1, if they cannot spend inspiration to re-roll a nat 1, and that roll will generate an inspiration for the pool, assuming that they have, assuming they have less than 4. But in a pinch, you can turn in your channel points and grant inspiration to the party, increasing that by 1 yourself. I think that's... other house rules that I do, just so that we're all aware of it as well, the players as well as you, the audience. Attacking with a ranged weapon into melee. If you roll a nat 1, you hit your friend. That's probably my favorite house rule. I will never stop using it. It comes up a lot more often than you think. Yeah, that one's great. And then this used to be a house rule, but I believe it's standard for D&D 2024 now, where consuming a potion is a bonus action. Administering a potion to someone else is an action, but to consume it yourself is a bonus action. So it's not going to eat up your whole turn, luckily.
Can we throw potions onto people?
I'm fine with, as an action. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
PG3. Full, okay.
Yeah. I don't have a range in most ranged weapons are like 20, 40, and I wouldn't call for a roll for throwing a potion, but I'd say if they're within 20 feet, you can just do that. That's fine.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. So with that, let's get started. Your characters are crew members, lower officer rank, lower than officers, but higher than crew members on the ship, the Devilry, which is a sailing ship that sails on the floating sea of the continent of Evanon. In the world of Arthas, the main continents are all floating continents. They are up in the air. Airships are a common part of this setting, but for at least the beginning here, we are not dealing with airships. We're dealing with sailing ships because we're playing Ghosts of Saltmarsh. It's up to you guys how long your characters individually have been on the Devilry. If you are a long and storied member and you've been working with this crew for a long time, that's great. This could be your first voyage with the crew, and that's fine too. It's also up to you guys how well all of your characters know each other. I'm not going to require any sort of connections at the start here. So, but you're on the ship and you're sailing south out of the city of Saltmarsh, out of the village of town of Saltmarsh, into the floating sea on a resupply mission for a lighthouse that's on an island a short distance out into the ocean. Pretty routine job, all things considered, pretty easy. You all will be earning some easy coin off of this. You're not too worried about how things are going to go. And so we'll go ahead and get started with you all deciding what your characters are doing on the ship as it's sailing. There are a number of tasks that have to happen on a ship while it is sailing, or that can happen. I'll let each of you decide what you're going to do. You can introduce your character, describe what you're doing, and then make a roll for that from there. But for actions, so you can forage for food, which would be fishing off the side of the ship. That's going to be a wisdom survival check. You can navigate. The first mate is currently up at the helm of the ship, and she's trying to make sure that the ship stays on course. You can help her by consulting charts and roll a wisdom survival check. You can try and notice threats. Make sure that you're staying aware of not only other ships or monsters or whatever that might be on the sea, but any dangers or threats or hazards that might be below the water as well. That would be a wisdom perception check. You can help the bosun make repairs. There's a dwarf bosun who is currently repairing part of the forecastle or the forecastle. You can help him out with a strength athletics check. Or, last but not least, you can just raise morale. You can just hang out with the crew, keep them all, keep their spirits high with some, talking to them, joking with them, even doing a song, something like that. And that would be a charisma, either persuasion or performance check. So, who would like to do what?
I will definitely work on crew morale.
Great.
I will lead them in a round of a shanty. So yes, query for advantage. So certainly this performance, thanks to my College of Dance, I have advantage on performances. All right, come on. Wow. And that is how you do it.
That's how you do it.
Yep.
A whopping 10. Love that first roll of the game. At least it's not a nat 1 for the first roll of the game. Terpsichore. Terpsichore, excuse me. You've noticed you put in a lot of effort. Okay, let me start by asking this. Have you been with the crew for a while, or is this your first voyage?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I probably was hanging around traveling with them as a paying passenger, and then let's say that my travel funds are kind of depleted, and it just made more sense to start working on the ship.
Sure.
So this is I'm singing along or trying to lead a song that I'm not super confident in. Let's say. So maybe I repeated a verse or something.
Sure. Not only that, but you've also noticed too that when you signed on with the Devilry, that morale it's not great. Pay hasn't been amazing. Jobs haven't been great. and you've heard rumors of pirate presence on the floating sea being stronger than it was before, and so that has caused a lot of ships to like move, a lot of jobs to relocate to other areas. People are kind of avoiding this part, the sea around Saltmarsh particularly, because of this, and so the crew is, they're like, we're either, this is the best job we could get, is just delivering supplies to this lighthouse. That's not a great job. We're not going to get a lot of money for it. And also, we're sailing through what have become more dangerous waters. And so that, combined with your own lack of confidence in trying to rouse a crew that's entirely new to you, none of them really take you up on the shanty too much. And they'd rather just work on the deck in their silence.
Beatings will continue until morale improves.
That's the spirit. All right, who wants to do another test? You can go fishing, you can help navigate, you can keep an eye out for threats, or you can help the bosun repair the forecastle.
Quizzy is probably doing fishing.
Okay.
And by fishing, I mean Quizzy is just relaxing while his giant salamander jumps overboard and gathers a fish.
Yeah.
And then comes back with what they find. So, you want a survival check?
Yes, please.
I think this is how I do this. Yeah, that's how I do
Look
it.
at that.
That is how you do it.
The ship's quartermaster, a human male named Horton, is also working on collecting food and fishing. Has Quizzy been with the crew for a while, or no?
Yeah, Quizzy has been with the crew for maybe a few weeks, maybe a month. Quizzy probably doesn't remember either. And yeah, he really likes the food portion of things. He likes to pretend like he's a cook, and then gets chased out of the crew the mess after a few things. But yeah, I think that's what Quizzy's like on the boat.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, Horton would like snort when he sees Quizzy using the salamander and coming up with a bunch of fish. And he's like, we can always count on you to help make sure the galley's stocked.
Yeah, I got you.
All right. Who else would like to do something? There's navigation, notice threats, and make repairs.
Kara will actually go ahead and try to notice threats.
Okay.
Ho!
Wow, look at that.
First nat 20 of the game.
Was that a nat? Oh, that was a nat. Look at that. That's
Yeah.
awesome. All right. Kara, the other person assigned to look out, is he's at the prow of the ship. It is the ship's dragonborn, Craxus. He's also the ship's deck wizard, and he is pretty grumbly about being assigned to look out. And so when Kara shows up to assist, he gets this look of like, oh, thank God, someone to talk to finally. Has Kara been with the crew for a while?
A little while.
Okay.
Probably long enough that they've realized that she can be a bit trying at times, but not quite long enough for it to go overboard.
Sure. Okay. Craxus, Black Dragonborn, looks down at Kara, and he's like, good. He's like, this has been absolutely dull. There's nothing but water and sky in every direction. He's like, I don't know why they assigned me to a duty like this. He's like, I have things I need to be doing myself. But, well, here I am. He's like,
I mean, I suppose it's just making sure that it is nothing but water and sky. I mean, that's a good thing that it's that way, right?
He's like, I suppose that's one way to look at it. He's like, you've been on the ship for a while, but how do you feel about this whole business with the captain. He's been hard to come by lately. He's been holding up more in his cabin, and some of the crew are complaining.
Oh, I thought that was just me. I thought I got on his nerves or something. I mean, I suppose it's not a problem until it becomes one. I'd try not to stress too much about it. It's just somebody in a position of power just taking on too much. Maybe. I don't know.
He's nodding. He's like, well, awfully optimistic outlook you have, Kara. Your company is appreciated. You'll make this
I try.
this trip to the lighthouse at least somewhat bearable. All right. And then Ian. Do you want to make repairs? You can make repairs with the dwarf bosun, or you can help the first mate navigate. The repairs is a strength athletics check, and navigate is wisdom survival.
Well, the repairs is definitely more suited for that, but it's kind of boring for Simon, so I think he's going to try to help with navigation instead.
Okay.
I'll try to consult the maps next to the navigator. My dragon's kind of next to me, looking equally thoughtful. These maps.
Sure. All right. Wisdom survival check, please.
Okay.
The first mate is a human woman named Isabel.
Oh.
Look at that. We're running the gamut today.
Rubbing my chin, looking very thoughtful, and having no idea.
Is Simon new to the ship, or has he been here for a while?
I think so. Yeah, I think Simon would be fairly new.
Okay, sure. So Isabel has the charts out, and she's looking, and she's like, Simon comes up, and she's like, she's like, the lighthouse is relatively close. She's like, but it looks like there's a storm on the horizon. She's like, I worry that a direct course, she's like, that'll be quickest, but we'll have to sail through that. And then Simon is probably like, what if you try this way? And she's like, that's land. We can't sail there, Simon. But she's like, Simon, you're pretty new here. She's like, what led you to seek this work out? She's like, the pay isn't great. She's like, there's more dangers on the sea than on the land, it seems, these days. Why are you here?
Well, I was come from an academy, so I'm actually used to not getting paid. We just get paid in board and food, really. So that's nothing new to me. But I was sent out to see what I can find in the world, see what difference I can make, what good I can accomplish. And this seemed like a good place to start.
She shakes her head. She's like, well, she's like, going from a posh life in the academy where all your needs are tended to, and coming on a ship where every meal seems like it's a fight with the rest of the crew to make sure you get enough, and there's never enough coin to go around. She's like, I don't understand why you'd choose this. She's like, but well, we're happy to have you. Just stay away from the charts.
Will do. Maybe I'll do some studying later.
So the voyage to the lighthouse goes relatively simply, or at least the start of it here. And once you're out and on sea and the course is set, thanks to the first mate, then the crew kind of like, the crew that's on deck and working the ship and keeping it going cuts down to about a third, and everyone else goes down below decks and is enjoying a meal or rest or whatever. Like, they don't need everybody on hand at all the time now that they're out and going on the ocean. You have this opportunity during the voyage, because it's relatively easy, to converse with members of the crew, to check in, to converse with each other. You have a little bit of free time, essentially, before your attention would be needed elsewhere. Is there anything that anyone would like to check in on while we're on this voyage, be it with each other or with any of the NPCs.
Yeah, I think as I mentioned before, Quizzy would probably be trying to help with creating the food. So I don't know how much help they want, but Quizzy will try to help.
Okay.
So yeah.
Does Quizzy have proficiency with cooking utensils?
Nope.
Okay. Why don't
I've got a lot of tool proficiencies. That's not one.
but not that. Okay. Or chef's tools, I think is what they're called in D&D. Okay.
Yeah.
Why don't you give me an intelligence? We'll just do intelligence, and you don't have proficiency with the utensils, so just roll straight intelligence.
Yeah.
Nice. You know how to catch the fish, which is great. You don't know how to prepare the fish very well, or at least not with the capacities that the ship has at its disposal. I bet if you were on your own, like in the wilderness, you might be able to fry a fish fine enough. But with the chef there, the cook there, trying to do his job, and Quizzy getting underfoot and trying to, secure what he can for his own meal, it makes things difficult. And eventually the cook is like, all right, like, what do you want? Can I give you a biscuit? Can I give you something? Like, can you just go, like, here, take this? And he, like, shoves
biscuits?
Yes, here. And he, like, throws 2 biscuits at Quizzy and is like, go find a corner somewhere.
I've got biscuits, as Quizzy goes to a corner.
Quizzy is there snacking on his biscuits, and after a minute, the dwarf, Brahmas, the bosun, comes down and plops down next to Quizzy and sees that Quizzy has 2 biscuits, and he's like, "Oh, you mind sharing one?"
Absolutely. By the way, you feel the flow of the water around us? It is so beautiful, and I feel so connected. Do you feel it? Do you feel it?
He's like, I might feel it with that biscuit, yes.
Here's a biscuit.
And he takes it and he takes a bite. He's like, oh, yep, definitely flow of the water. Certainly, it's there.
Yeah, that's my man. Pats him on the back.
And so he's eating there with Quizzy, and he's like, he's like, I've heard some of the crew is complaining about the situation in Saltmarsh. He's like, people complaining about the kingdom moving in, the crown trying to exert more authority. He's like, what's your take on all of that, Quizzy? How do you feel about Saltmarsh remaining independent versus being a part of the crown?
People just need to get along. Like, all you gotta do is love each other, all right? And then things will work out. It'll be great.
Well, I suppose that's one way to look at it. It's not exactly the words I'd use, but I think I agree. He's like, I don't know about loving each other, but he's like, the way I see it, crown has a lot of gold. Gold's hard to come by in Saltmarsh right now. He's like, can only be good for us, right?
Sure?
Brahm's like, oh, well, it was nice talking to you. And he just takes his biscuit, goes somewhere else.
But, okay.
As people are taking their meal, the first mate, Isabel, takes out her viola and starts to play a song, improvising it as she goes. It's not anything that you recognize, terpsichore. Might just shorten it to terp, unless you would prefer not.
Terpy.
Terpy, okay. Terpsichore. No, she starts playing, just improvising a song. This calmer, slower moving thing as everyone's just below decks and enjoying some R&R. Yeah. What are you doing?
react to it like a snake charmer, let's call it. So I'll just start dancing along in front of her.
All right.
I've got a zill, like the hand symbols, so kind of participatory, but just improvise alongside.
Great. I'll take a
All right,
performance
come on.
check.
Yeah, come on, dance advantage.
Hey! There you go. +6 and advantage on that. Wow. All right. Yeah, no, she gets into it and she even she'll change she'll keep the song going and she'll change the timing and she'll speed up and she'll slow down occasionally and stuff like that and kind of just let the music sort of just flow through her and follow it as it goes, also watching you, and you're able to keep time easily. And afterwards, when she's done, she finishes playing, and the crew that are around there kind of applaud and everything. And there's a quiet appreciation of the effort made to not just let them all just sit in silence, to give them something to occupy their minds. And then Isabel goes up to Terpsichore, and she's like, despite she's like, I understand that you might be nervous or feel like you might be a little out of place on this ship. She's like, but as far as I'm concerned, you have a place here if you want it. She's like, you don't have to worry about fitting in or anything like that. She's like, we've got all sorts of folks come and go from the Devilry. She's like, and we'll be happy to have you while you're here.
I think that's supposed to sound encouraging.
That was the intent.
Thanks. It's nice to have a place in the world for however long it lasts.
She's like, yeah. She's like, and it might not last. She's like, that's one thing that people need to understand. She goes, I've come and gone from many ships, and it's easy to form attachments to crew and then move on to a different position on another vessel and leave all them behind. She's like, but that's just kind of the life that we lead. She's like, don't let that get you down. She's like, but as far as I'm concerned, she's like, if I find something better, I might see if there's an opportunity for you too.
Well, I appreciate it. Not a lot of ships have a use for a dancer on retainer. But I'll see what I can do.
And she's like, tell me about where did you learn all of that? Is that something that you picked up in your commune, or did it come from elsewhere?
We didn't determine any of this.
No, this is your opportunity.
Yeah, it just felt right. It felt like something I could do, and it felt like it made the people around me happy if I kept doing it. So if I'm going to find a place for my people in the world, or expand the one that they have, then I'd like to put my best foot forward, so to speak.
She's like, well, I can drink to that for sure. All right.
Odds and more appreciation.
It doesn't take too much longer after that before the ship starts to rock. The waters become choppy and rough, and you hear the sounds of heavy rain starting to hammer the deck above. There's this constant, drone or drum of the storm that's moving in as you're all down below decks currently. And after a minute, Horton, the quartermaster who was fishing earlier, comes down below as well, and he's soaked. And he's patting himself down and he's complaining about something, and probably within earshot of Simon as he's doing this. And he looks up and he sees Simon and probably sees Vesk, the dragon, the wormling nearby as well. He's like, God, that storm's really kicking up out there. And he looks at Simon. He goes, you haven't seen the captain around anywhere, have you?
No, I don't think I've seen Captain for quite a while, actually. Do you want me to look for him?
He's like, if you wouldn't mind. He's like, we checked his cabin and he wasn't up there. He's like, I don't know where he's gotten to. He's like, he's about to say something and he stops himself. And he just kind of sighs in frustration. He's like, yeah. He's like, you go look. I'll be in the galley.
Okay. Yeah, I will try to look and I'll, kind of scour the different areas and send Vesk one way and I'm going the other way to try to cover ground.
Sure. You don't need to roll anything for that. Just moving through the ship looking for him. But after, a little while searching, you search the whole lower deck, the galley and the crew quarters and all that and storage, and you don't see any sign of him. And then you go down another level to the hold, the cargo hold, and he's down there. The captain is a tall Leonin. He's got, big full mane, the lion people that D&D has, and an eye patch, of course, because he's a ship captain. And you go down below his... yeah, of course. I mean, it's just assumed, right? And his name is Destrus. And he's down there, and you see him amongst the crates and barrels of supplies that are going to the lighthouse. And you see that he's just putting the top back on a crate when you come down. And he kind of stops and looks over his shoulder, and he sees you. He's like, oh, Simon, I didn't see you there. What can I help you with?
Well, some of the crew are looking for you, so it was my duty to track you down, and here you are.
And he nods. And then he turns around to face you fully. Or no, with his back still to you, you see, it looks like he's doing something, like he's playing with or fixing or adjusting, like a brooch or something on his tunic or something on his vest or something like that, kind of in his chest area. And then he turns around and you see he's got everything's buttoned up and tidy, and he nods and he walks past and he claps you on the shoulder. And he's like, well, good job, Simon. Can always count on you to carry out an order.
Thanks, Captain. I'm gonna wait till he's out of shot, and now that I'm alone, I will creep over to that crate and look what's inside.
Okay.
I'm curious.
Sure. He heads back up, and you head over to the crate, and Vesk, crawls up with you and is peeking around all curious and the top of the crate comes off pretty easily. And inside, you see it's packed with cloth, like bolts of cloth, silk, which is abnormal for that the lighthouse, the keepers of the lighthouse, it's on this small island, and there's basically just two people that keep it. There's a ranger and a druid, and they have a small little hut. There's a little bit of a grove around them, and then there's a lighthouse on the rocks. So transporting bolts of silk is that's not something that you would expect. And actually, can I get a history? Let's go with a history check.
Okay. 15.
15. You haven't been a part of the life of a mariner or you haven't been on the Devilry for very long, but you've been involved in this lifestyle, or you've lived in Saltmarsh or whatever the case may be for long enough to know that transporting silk is contraband. Not contraband, but it's highly regulated. And so the fact that there's bolts of it in this crate leads you to believe that there's some smuggling going on here. And the captain at the very least is aware of it.
Okay. I will put the top back on as if nothing ever happened.
Okay. Captain Destrus comes back up, and and he meets with Horton, and they move to a corner of the galley below decks, and they're talking kind of quietly to one another. They probably don't notice that Kara is relatively nearby because of her small stature. Kara, you have the opportunity to eavesdrop if you want. Would Kara do that?
I would say yes.
Okay. Roll me. I'll take either perception or stealth, depending on if you want to try and get closer or if you think you can hear well from where you are.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with stealth.
Okay, I'll take a stealth check.
Jeez.
Did you get 2? Are you?
That's-
You did. Oh no, Ian got the other one. Oh no, he didn't.
That's 2 nat 20s.
Yeah. Wow, your first 2 rolls are 2 nat 20s. All right, I got to get us to combat to see if this holds up.
Those are probably going to be my only nat 20s for the entire time.
Kara is thanks both to her small stature and also her proclivity for silence and being careful, is able to move closer to Captain Destrus and Horton, the quartermaster. And they're talking to each other in hushed tones. And you hear them talking about how Horton received word or heard about the ship, hold please while I pull up the name of this other one. The Crimson Phantom, a pirate vessel, was last seen in this area. And they're also talking about how the last resupply ship that was sent to the lighthouse was a couple weeks ago, and already the lighthouse is asking for more supplies. So something is up. And so Horton is worried that they might run into trouble, especially with the storm bearing down on them. The captain tells Horton, like, well, you know, the lighthouse is nearby. We'll get to it. It won't be a problem. Yeah, just keep a weather eye on things and make sure the crew just stays focused on the job. Following that, the storm kicks up even worse. It intensifies outside, and the devilry is starting to get tossed about a bit. It's a bit of a struggle to keep it on course and to keep it sailing steadily. So much so that the crew, pretty much in full, is called above decks to help maintain the ship, or some are below decks to run the pumps and keep the lower parts of the ship, the bilge and all that, from flooding too much. So during the storm, as winds are pelting it and rain is hammering all over and there's lightning, the 4 of you will need to make checks to help the crew maintain the ship. The ship is going to take damage, but the damage will be mitigated by the number of successes that you roll. And I have 5 different tests with 5 different ability scores that you can choose from. The only catch is that no ability score can be repeated. So if one person does the strength check, no one else can do that. But for strength, you can test athletics or carpenter's tools. For dexterity, you can test acrobatics or water vehicles. For intelligence, you can test water vehicles or nature. For wisdom, you can test perception or survival. And then finally, for charisma, you can test persuasion or intimidation. Who would like to... We'll start with strength. Who would like to test strength?
Probably me, I'm assuming.
Okay. So, Yeah, pulling on the ropes, keeping the sails in line, adjusting them as needed, or even, should worst come to worst, repairing breaches in the hull. You'll be testing either strength athletics or strength carpenter's tools, if you happen to have carpenter's tools.
Okay, that'll be athletics.
Sure. Very nice.
24.
Working with Brahmas the bosun and a handful of other crew, you're able to keep the ship, keep the lines stable and tied, and if adjustments need to be made to the sails or moving or shifting the masts, you're able to do that quickly and efficiently and without losing lines to the winds. So good job with that. Who would like to test dexterity? No one? Okay, we can move on to intelligence then.
That'd be me.
Okay, int. You can test water vehicles or nature.
Go with nature.
Perfect.
There's my usual.
You try and help the crew, like, use your knowledge of the ocean and weather patterns and all that to help the crew navigate the storm safely. And it's only in the process of doing so that you realize your knowledge of weather patterns and storms is not as great as you may have hoped. Who would like to test wisdom?
I can give that a go.
Sure. That would be perception or survival, your choice.
I rolled survival last time. We'll go perception.
There you go. Nice. Yeah, Quizzy is able to assist with lookout, make sure that with the reduced visibility of the storm, making sure that the ship is still staying on course and avoiding reefs or shipwrecks or anything else that might be below the surface of the water that would cause damage to the lower part of the hull or the keel. So good job with that. And then lastly, charisma.
What am I persuading?
This would be just keeping the crew working, keeping their spirits up. You're either going to be doing persuasion to, like, encourage them, or intimidation to force them. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's go with persuasion. I'm gonna use one of the group inspiration because I just have a feeling.
Here comes the double 20.
No, I barely made a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, on advantage. Well, we'll get that back later tonight, I'm sure.
All right. Yeah. Maybe encouraged by Isabel's words earlier, or maybe just spurred on by the needs of the moment. Terpsichore is able to keep the crew focused on their work.
Did you see you can also go with Percy?
Percy. Oh, great. I like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, so the ship.
What was the dex check again? That was acrobatics or
water vehicles.
I mean, I could have Salazar try to run around with sticky fingers.
Sure, I'll take that.
Acrobatics, sure. Nope.
Try as the salamander might. No one is quite sure how to work with a salamander, and the salamander is not quite sure how to work with a bunch of crew. So,
can the dragon help? I mean, pets are able to do this.
Ian, can your dragon do a dex check? A dex acrobatics check?
I mean, the dragon has stats. Let me see.
It can. Should it?
Let's. Dex. You said acrobatics.
Correct. Or water vehicles if your dragon happens to be proficient with water vehicles.
That would be very.
That would be. That would be great planning on your part as a player.
Vesk will try to chime in with acrobatics.
Okay.
Hell
hey,
yeah.
Look at that.
Did
So
the dragon fly yet?
It can kind of glide, like it goes 30 feet, but then it has to land.
Okay.
It's a big jump, is what it is.
Pretty much.
It's like a grasshopper. So Salazar is struggling to assist the crew, and probably has like one of the ropes for the sails in its mouth, but it's just flying in the wind at the end of this rope, not able to hold it down.
Yeah, that's definitely a Salazar thing.
And Vesk sees that and is able to fly up and grab the rope with Salazar and pull it back down to the ship, and the crew's able to then tie that part of the sail off and get everything in check. The ship takes some damage, but not a whole lot. And the storm is still heavy, but not. You're through the worst of it, at least. And you are through the worst of it when a call comes out from the crow's nest that another ship has been spotted on the horizon. And you turn to look, and you all are in a sailing ship, a 2-mast, 2-deck, 3-deck sailing ship, decent sized. But the ship that you see on the horizon is a warship. This is a 4-deck, 3-mast, and it is equipped with multiple ballista and mangonels. And what is worse is that the sails of the ship are blood red, and you all know that this is the Crimson Phantom, the pirate vessel that was whispered about earlier. It is gaining on you pretty fast, and there's this moment where the first mate is on the command deck, the quarter deck, the back of the ship, and is watching the Crimson Phantom close the distance. And she looks around looking for Captain Destrus, and he's nowhere to be found. And she curses, and she's like, they're gonna outrun us. She's like, we have no choice but to try and fight them off. She's like, I don't think that we can. And she looks in the distance, and ahead of the ship, you can see the lighthouse. You see the silhouette of the lighthouse. The light is on. You see the island. It's not too far away. And Horton, the quartermaster, is like, if we just go, we might be able to get there before they overtake us. And she's like, not a ship that size. They're going to overtake us. We have no choice. We have to stand and fight. And she's like, Captain's not here to change my mind, to belay that order. She's like, so that's what we're going to do. And with that, we're going to take a quick break, and we will reconvene in like 10-ish minutes. So sit tight, everybody. There we go. And we're back. Awesome.
Yay.
All right. So the first mate, Isabel, has announced to prepare to face the Crimson Phantom in naval combat. Let's get that ship on the map.
Wait, we can't talk to them?
Go for it. Oh, talk to the...
Or,
Who do
talk to the pirates.
Parlay.
We'll just... Yeah, we'll just have a little get-together. We all like beer, right?
And Isabel is like, you want to entreat, you want to negotiate with Karina the Wraith and the Crimson Phantom.
I don't know. Those sound like cool names. They'd probably be up for it, right?
She's like, I think we're better off fighting. The Devilry has...
Okay.
The Devilry has a ballista and a mangonel. Mangonel is like a trebuchet, essentially. And the Devilry has 2 ballista and 2 mangonels. So Isabel is commanding the crew to man the weapons and to keep the ship sailing towards the island, but launches the mangonel. The Devilry launches first attack and misses as the Crimson Phantom is closing. The wind is with the ships, and despite its size and the number of sails, it looks like the Crimson Phantom is not closing the gap or closing the distance super fast. Is there anything in this period of time, like before there's return fire, before the Crimson Phantom is moving forward, is there anything that you all are doing or would like to do?
I guess Quizzy will sigh loudly and go to his bunk and grab this huge hammer, which is bigger than he is, and make his way back up to the top deck, looking miserable.
Okay. When Quizzy comes back above decks is when the Crimson Phantom's return fire is shot, and you hear cries from the crew, calling out to watch out and everything like that. And there's the mangonel from the Crimson Phantom, the 2 shots from the mangonels, both miss as well. They splash into the water on either side of the Devilry. Isabella's at the helm, and she's trying to keep it pointed towards the island, but also trying to move in such a way as to make the attacks from the Crimson Phantom be less effective. There have been no hits yet. What else is anyone else doing?
How far away are they?
Probably about 150 feet.
Oh. Okay.
Who's the nearest crew member to me currently?
Ooh.
Previously, I was helping with like ropes and stuff and trying to get the sails in place.
We'll say Brom, the dwarf bosun.
I'll ask Brom. Why would they attack this ship? We don't have anything of value on board.
All the silk.
And Brom is like, he's like, the sea princes on the floating sea. They'll attack ships for anything. Any cargo they can get is stuff they can sell. He's like, and even if they don't want cargo, he's like, maybe they're looking to press some of us into service on their ships. He's like, it's not. He's like, I don't. Well, I'm not a fan of it, but if it means surviving, I hope they need a bosun.
I don't think it'll come to all that. I'll pat him on the back.
And he's like, well,
Who's manning the trebuchet right now? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, he gives a grumble to Simon. Doesn't seem too encouraged by the pats, unfortunately, and he goes back to his work. Manning the trebuchet are members of the actual crew, like the mates, the swabs, not the officer crew. So,
Do they actually know how to use this stuff?
yes, they do. They don't look like they're seasoned veterans. Maybe a couple of them stand out as maybe former Marines or something like that. But for the most part, the crew is aware of how to operate them. But you get the sense that maybe they don't operate them too often.
Okay. Is it something that I think I might be able to help out with?
Maybe, yeah. Let's see. Water vehicles would be the best proficiency, but without that, history, maybe, dexterity. I mean, maybe even just like a range attack. Like if you're good with dex and you have like ranged weapons and you have proficiency with that or familiarity with that, that would help too.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
All right, I'll do that.
Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and just roll me a ranged attack?
Ranged attack. Dun, 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 dun. Well, yeah, I'll just roll my save. That's what it is, basically.
Yeah, if you have proficiency there. Okay.
Yeah, 12. So.
You help direct the crew, and you get a sense that they are, appreciative of the effort that Quizzy is showing them, and in firing the next mangonel shot, it does produce a glancing blow on the side of the Crimson Phantom, so it basically bounces off the hull. Yeah, you did. Basically bounces off the hull.
That.
To splash in there. You did. I agree. That you did. And there's a bit of a cheer from among the crew on the mangonel, but then there's also this moment that's this quiet moment of concern that sets in among them where it's like, oh, like not only did they fire first, but now they hit first against this much larger, better equipped ship. And so now they kind of get this feeling that like, okay, well, we're in it now. Like there really isn't any going back at this point. And none of them kind of expected to be in such a position at this. The Crimson Phantom returns fire, and the mangonels, one of the mangonel shots smashes into the aft castle of the ship. It does decent damage to the vessel. Not so much as to debilitate it or stop it or anything like that, but enough to get the crew shouting an alarm. Probably more of a hit to their morale than it was to any of the vessel's capabilities. And then we'll do one more check-in with the players as far as anything that you want to do before this progresses. Anyone else want to make any sort of action or do anything else before we move forward?
Kara is going to actually be keeping an eye on the men on the deck.
Mm-hmm.
And if anybody is slipping and falling or, heaven forbid, might actually fall overboard, just using Mage Hand to, prop them up and keep them from falling and that sort of thing.
Sure. Yeah, I won't even need a check for that. But that is, there's plenty for a mage hand to do to keep everything operating and running smoothly. So Kara,
she's just kind of dancing around the deck and making little swishing movements.
The crew is very. They appreciate the help, but they're also just kind of like, oh, like this is, look at Kara, she's having so much fun in this dangerous and very threatening situation. Some of them find it inspiring, but most of them are just like, oh my god, like she has no idea what's happening. Whether or not that's actually the case, that is their perception of it.
Yeah.
there's this moment.
Yeah, Quizzy will continue to help with the mechanical firings.
Sure.
So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but yeah, go ahead. If I interrupted, sorry.
No, that's fine. There's this moment where on the back of the ship, the aft castle, Horton and Isabel are there, and they're watching the Crimson Phantom. And Horton's like, they're not closing. He's like, we might actually be able to get out of this if we keep everyone focused on moving forward. And Isabel, she's at the helm, grabbing, or holding onto the wheel and keeping the ship steady and trying to sail, I guess, serpentine or sail evasively away from the Crimson Phantom. And she looks over her shoulder and she's like, you're right. She's like, we might actually make it out of this. And so she adjusts her position and adjusts the ship so that it's now just pointing straight forward, not worried about losing speed to do evasive maneuvers. And just as that happens, Horton's like, well, never mind. There's been a development. And she looks over her shoulder again. And any of you who look back as well see not only is the ship being propelled by sails, but you see numerous oars are loosed out the sides of the ship as the much larger crew of the Crimson Phantom, a significant number of them are put to work to help propel the ship forward even faster. And so with the oars and the sails combined, it now starts to move in much quicker than before.
Are there like defensive emplacements or a sheltered port on the island with the lighthouse? Like, why would getting there faster actually allow us to like defend ourselves?
The druid that keeps the lighthouse is a pretty powerful druid, and so the hope is that if you're running supplies for them, that they would be able to help keep the pirates at bay. And you know that the pirates, at least they used to, tend to leave the lighthouse alone. It is useful for pirates just as it is useful for everyone else who sails these waters. And so they don't have much of an interest in like controlling it. And even if they tried, it would be a much more of an uphill battle against that druid than what you would expect, or than what they would want, I think. So.
Okay.
So now with the Crimson Phantom closing even faster, we have about one round before it is within ballista range, as in under 100 feet. What are you guys doing? We already know that Quizzy is helping with manning the weapons. We know that Kara is helping the crew. So Simon and or Percy. And if nothing immediately stands out, that's fine too. I'm just giving you the opportunity.
Could I try and load like a sack of caltrops onto some of the ballista bolts?
Sure.
Okay. Just kind of like all they would have to do would like be break open over the deck of the ship, just to make the raid a little bit choked on their part.
Sure.
So I was thinking like sleight of hand to load them or craft it, but if you have something particular.
No, I'll take a sleight of hand check. I like that.
Okay.
Look at that. You're confident in your makeshift grape shot, kind of.
Kind of.
It's not exactly grape shot, but it is essentially that strapped to or affixed to the end of the ballista spear. You're pretty confident that it should work as intended, assuming the crew's aim is true. Simon, anything from you before we roll for that attack and then proceed?
I think Simon has accepted we're probably gonna get boarded, so Simon's just trying to any folks who look like they're gonna be more able to fight, trying to organize them to prepare to repel boarders, essentially.
Okay. I will take a social check of your choice for that. Persuasion, intimidation. I'll even take deception if you can.
Everything's gonna be okay.
Work. Yeah, if you can come up with a good framing to for deception, I will take that.
I'm gonna do deception, and my rationale is this is all based on stuff Simon has learned at the academy about tactics in this situation. But I'm essentially trying to sell it that I know what I'm doing way more than I actually do.
Okay.
Like, I'm not just spouting nonsense. It's based on stuff that I've learned, but
right.
I'm trying to sell it with a greater confidence than I actually have.
I like that. Go ahead and roll. Oof.
I do a middling job of it.
We're sitting on 3 inspiration if you want to do a reroll. Otherwise, we'll run with the 10.
Nah, it's fine.
Okay. The crew believes Simon, but you get the sense that their dread of the situation is just overpowering over any encouragement that he might be providing. Excuse me. Okay, Justin, why don't you roll me another dexterity saving throw in place of a range attack? There you go. The next mangonel shot is it overshoots. The Crimson Phantom is moving too fast, and the mangonel shots land on the aft of it, behind it, splashing into the water. And then the ballistas fire with the makeshift caltrops attached to the end of it. I'll just go ahead and roll. I think I have the ship. Here we go. Ballista's fire. There we go. For some reason it didn't roll the first time. The ballista's fire true. They cut onto the deck. You see crew on the Crimson Phantom react. You see splintered wood fly up. One of the ballista shots cuts through a corner of one of the sails on the Phantom. The crew of the Devilry cheers at making that, but the Crimson Phantom is still closing with such speed that they get the sense that like that was the last opportunity they had to fire like that. And so now the Crimson Phantom then pulls up alongside or gets closer to the Devilry, and as it is within 50 feet away now, close enough to where you can see the individual crew members, the pirates on the other ship. You can hear their voices even amongst the storm as they're yelling and crying and excited for attacking the Devilry. You hear this, what can only be described as like an unearthly cry of a beast of some sort. This like echoing, reverberating whinny of a horse as this black flame-wreathed stallion leaps up from the deck of the Crimson Phantom, gallops through the air towards the Devilry, and starts immediately heading towards the sails of your ship. This nightmare is flying, literal nightmare, flying through the sky, seeking to set fire to your sails. And with that, I think we'll go to initiative. And I'll get the nightmare on there.
Take those.
So let me add this thing to initiative. Let's see if I remember how to do initiative on Roll20. It's been so long. There we go. Okay, and then... Oh, wow. You guys ran all along the numbers for initiative. Oh, and we got a 1 from Josh.
Yep.
So we'll increase inspiration. We're back up to 4.
Like I said, I'm back to my usual rolls.
And then we'll roll for the nightmare. And looks like the nightmare's going first. Okay.
Can the nightmare swim?
Can it swim?
I want it to swim.
You
I think
want
it would be funnier.
You think it'd be funnier if it swam? There's a big cloud of steam going up around it as it's paddling through the water. That'd be great. No, that would be funnier. You are correct, but it is galloping through the air towards the devilry, and so that's on its turn to start combat. First round of combat, it moves through the air and will attack the sails of the devilry with its hooves. It only makes one attack with hooves? Yep, okay. So, what are the sails? Sails have AC
Sloth is
12.
resistant to bludgeoning.
No, it's not. But it's not the bludgeoning you need to worry about. It's the fire that you need to worry about.
I know.
That didn't do... Okay, let's do attack. There we go. Oof. That is a hit on the AC 12 of the sails. And so now we're going to roll damage. Bah. I clicked damage. Roll damage, please. Now roll damage. Okay, do I have to click this manually? All right, there's the bludgeoning damage for 6 and the fire damage for 11. The topmost sails on the main mast of the Devilry catch fire as the nightmare gallops through. And that is its turn. Total of 17 damage to the sails. It's not enough to impede speed yet, but it's close. Simon, you're up next. It is about 30 feet in the air.
Okay. If I were to attempt to clamber up, would I be in range of attacking it if I was able to climb up there?
Yes. To climb 30 feet on the ship, you're climbing on the rigging. You don't have a climb speed, so it would be double. You'd have to dash to get up there. So it would be your action to ascend 30 feet in one turn.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I will take a deep breath, clamber up to try to get in range of this thing. I'm just reminding myself of what my dragon can do. Please. I know it acts on my turn.
I think you use a bonus action.
It can move, use its reaction. Only action it can take is dot action unless it takes my bonus action, which I have not used yet.
Correct.
So I could have it fly up there and take a swipe, but the thing is it has to land at the end of its turn. So, like, it could land on where I'm trying to climb to, but then would it take it out of range of the nightmare, like an attack of opportunity?
Well, I'll tell you what. So, because you're on the rigging, like you're literally on the ropes of the ship. So for Vesk to land in a place that would still be considered "quote unquote" engaged with the nightmare, I will need Vex to make a dexterity saving throw to like catch itself on the rigging, and if it fails the dex save, it will fall to the deck of the ship.
Okay, let's try it. So as I'm climbing, the vest will shoot past me. Well, shoot is a strong word. Flat past me.
Yeah.
An attempt to land. You said dex saving throw?
Yes. I mean, it's making an attack first, right? Or is it... Because it has 30 feet of fly.
Okay, yeah, so I'll do the attack first.
Okay.
So I will use my bonus action to do its rend attack. And my speed is blocked. Okay, 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Damage is 4 force damage.
Okay.
Yeah, so they'll do a little swipe with its claw and then attempt to land.
All right. So yeah, dex save for that. Vesk flaps up the rigging, swipes at the nightmare as it's galloping by. There's sparks fly and cinders come off of the nightmare as Vesk's claws scratch it, but unfortunately can't be considered much more than a scratch. And then the dragon, suddenly its wings can't keep it up anymore, and it is able to luckily catch onto the rigging and stay with you, engaged with the nightmare. Anything else on your turn?
Okay. I just give a thumbs up to Vesk.
Percy is up next.
Swim.
Ooh.
Oh, did it not output the spell save? Sorry, that should be 14. Okay. Percy does like a little spinning maneuver in place, and shouts up to the nightmare before pointing down towards the waves.
This is
Influence it.
a wisdom
Command.
save
Yeah.
Yeah.
with 14, you said?
DC 14.
Okay.
So it's not showing it in like the log line, but it is in the details section.
Oh,
Weird way to present it.
that
Yeah.
is really weird. Okay. The nightmare failed its saving throw. It is compelled to swim on its next turn.
Okay.
Command is basically only a duration of one, like the next action, right? Or is it next turn? Or
Yeah,
what is...
its next turn, it has to do its best to execute the action.
Got it.
So I think it has to like dash to dive down into the water. I don't know
Right.
if this thing can fly or whatever. I guess it did because it got over here. But
It
yeah.
can fly. Okay,
So that's what it's got to do for its turn.
sure.
Which presumably will at least draw opportunity attacks from the people in the rigging.
Right.
Have a bonus action. Our sniper is not here.
Correct.
And this thing's out of range, so I think I'm just
I mean,
going
I've-
to. Oh, you've
I've got a bow
range.
as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Part of the maneuver throws the momentum to you. So go ahead and take a what's it called? Bardic Inspiration.
Nice.
So you got a D6 for the next hour to do whatever you
Cool.
want with. This thing's out of range
Can
for
I-
me to punch, so I won't.
All right. Then we got Quizzy next.
All right. Quizzy will do the thing that's called Hunter's Mark.
Nice.
Hey.
Everyone's favorite. Everyone loves it.
As his bonus action, and then he is going to pew pew with his longbow. He sort of sets them all aside and pulls out his longbow, and yeah, he will fire with. And I have to choose the bardic inspiration before I roll.
It's when you would fail a roll, I believe.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, it's been changed a little bit. I'll pull up the.
Yeah, that's way better because 5th edition originally was like you roll the
It's
test,
got to be applied.
then you decide if you want to
Once
use it.
within the next hour, when the creature fails a D20 test, the creature can roll the bardic inspiration die and add the number rolled to the D20.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Well,
it just,
we'll see what I get
in your
here.
inventory.
So that's an 18 to hit.
An 18 will hit.
And then it'll take 6 plus. I didn't add this macro in, so 9 damage.
Okay.
But 3 is force.
Sure.
The other 6 is piercing.
The arrow finds its mark and sticks into the nightmare and then immediately begins burning from this creature's fiery flank. That was bonus action.
Call up to the nightmare. You should have parlayed with us.
I see that your longbow says slow on it. I'm assuming that's your weapon mastery. Are you choosing to do that?
That is my weapon mastery. Yes.
Okay.
Trigger that, please.
And what is that? Does that cut it in half? Does that reduce it by 10? What is?
I think it's
By 10.
Okay.
Does
By
that mean
10.
it can't get into the water though?
That does not. No, it has plenty of movement. It will be able to get down.
Okay.
Great. So then instead of its flank, I guess the arrow sticks into its like its hip, and it has this moment where it like jerks from the motion, and its galloping is takes on a weird gait for a moment. Kara.
Okay. And how far is the other ship away from us at this point?
The other ship's about 50 feet away.
Okay. So in that case, Kara is going to pull out one of those little tomatoes that you put sewing needles in, load it up with just a whole bunch of needles.
Okay.
And yeah, plucks one out and gets ready to flick it. And
is this catapult or what? Yeah, telekinetic fling. Okay.
Yeah.
Woof!
Never mind. Yeah, I was gonna do telekinetic fling, but
Kara goes to fling the needle, and it is immediately caught by the wind. And unfortunately, your telekinesis was not strong enough to fight against the strength of the storm. Luckily, there's no one engaged with your target, so you don't hit an ally. But we are also capped on inspiration right now, so we don't gain a 5th inspiration. So, anything else on your turn, Kara?
let me double check one thing. Nope.
Okay. Round 2, the Crimson Phantom closes to about 20 feet away. The pirates are brandishing weapons, ready to leap aboard once it pulls alongside the Devilry in the next round. And additionally, those of you on the deck, probably not Simon because he's got other things to worry about being engaged with his nightmare, but those of you on the deck see this large, dark shape, beast shape on the deck of the Crimson Phantom. And it has these long, wispy tendrils that kind of snake up from it, 2 big tendrils. And it takes you a moment to realize that you are seeing a displacer beast amongst the crew of the Crimson Phantom. The creature is ready to leap aboard the Devilry once it is given the opportunity to do so. But the start of round 2, we have the Nightmare, and it is commanded to swim. So it is going to flee straight down. Its speed is reduced by 10 feet. It is going to make it to the water with no problem. But Simon and Vesk...
To the water?
What's that?
Does it go into the water?
It is. Well, I'm going to let Simon and Vesk make their attacks of opportunity.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Let's start with Simon.
Mm-hmm.
22.
Nice.
22 hits.
That is 5 damage.
Okay. A glancing blow.
Yep. Forgot what mastery I have on the longsword. You can check.
I believe longsword is... Oh, God, what is it? I don't remember what it's called, but I think it imposes disadvantage. Sap.
Sap.
Yeah. Okay.
Does that impose disadvantage on the defender's next attack? Is that what that does?
Creature suffers disadvantage on its next attack roll before the start of my next turn. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's its next attack roll. And then Vesk will attack with Claw. Try to rend. And that is a nope.
Vesk goes to swipe at the Nightmare as it goes by, but is more concerned with hanging on to the rigging to stay by Simon. The Nightmare screeches past, flying straight down to the water. I guess not straight down because that would go to the deck. So, go straight to the water. It submerges into the water, and there's this huge just burst of steam. This great cloud of steam just erupts from the water as this creature is swimming. And it basically is swimming a circle around the ship. So great is its movement speed that it is able to very quickly complete a circuit around the ship. And then while it's down there, it's going to go ahead and make an attack against the hull of the vessel. Because why not? It's right there, and it still has its commands. So, all right. It hits. And the damage button in chat isn't working again, so we'll roll it manually. Ooh, that was a heavy hit. Does it get past the hull's damage threshold? It does. Its hooves beat into the wood at the near the waterline of the ship. The fire scorches it. The sailing ship, the Devilry, takes lasting damage from this. Total of 22 damage between the hooves and the fire. Luckily, the water keeps the fire from spreading or catching, and the sails up top are still smoking. But now the Nightmare turns its attention back up, and on its next turn, it's ready to ascend again. Simon, it is now 30 feet below you. Well, probably more like 40 feet below you.
Yeah. Well,
I thought it would just go out. I didn't realize it was just gonna.
No, I mean it buys us time.
We're still moving fast. That's what I like.
Yeah,
So.
this is just a delaying action at this point. Well, Simon can clearly see it has its eyes on coming back up, so I don't necessarily want to stop what I'm doing. So I'm gonna stay up here to guard the sail. I'm just trying to think of the thing useful. I'm waiting.
You can ready an action if nothing immediately presents itself as an option.
Sure, I'll just ready an attack if any.
Okay. All right. Percy.
Well, at least the Nightmare's temporarily out of picture. Can I get an idea of where the Displacer Beast is going to jump?
The Displacer Beast is currently positioned towards the forecastle, the forecastle of the Crimson Phantom. So
it's going to jump to our hull, like our stern.
Yes. Yep.
But like mechanically, can I get an idea of a 5-foot square where it will?
Maybe not with that degree of accuracy. Let me look at the ship map real quick, because they're not alongside each other yet. But
if I can't get that level of precision at the moment, then could I ready to spread caltrops for when it lands?
Oh, sure. Yep. Definitely.
Okay. Then I shall do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold on to my bardic because we're gonna get into melee. So
sure.
I'll pass on the bonus action, and I am done.
All right. Quizzy, still benefiting from bardic inspiration. It is your turn.
All right. Well, we'll give another pew pew at the Nightmare.
Okay. 19 hits.
All right, and then oh shit, no. So for 6 regular damage and 2 force damage.
Okay. And it is continued to be slowed.
All right, and yeah, as a bonus action, I guess Salazar is just sort of hanging out with me, taking the dodge action currently. So
okay.
That's, I think, all I am doing at the moment.
All right. All right, and then Kara.
Okay. I am going to, as a bonus action, teleport over to the other ship.
Okay.
Spicy.
The the deck.
Caltrop City.
That's the fun thing is we have no idea where they are.
The deck of the other ship is it is full. It is swarming with pirates. So I failed to describe that previously. Is that still your plan?
I am going to
Like,
it's probably not close enough that I can get to one of the crow's nests then.
no, the crow's nest would be 30 feet above.
Yeah. In that case, I'm not going to
Okay.
yet.
Yeah, to put it in on like a numbers perspective, the crew of the Devilry is like 20 people. The crew of the Crimson Phantom is like 40 people.
I
Oh,
didn't realize
40?
we were that outnumbered. Is there somebody on the deck that seems to be more important, like, you know, they're commanding the crew or anything like that?
Yes. Roll me a perception check. You see who you think to be the bosun of the Crimson Phantom, which is an officer, and it looks like he is commanding a group of the pirates. He's not super high up in the ranks, but he at least has a position of some leadership among who you can see.
Cool. I am going to telekinetic propel him then.
Okay.
So he needs to make a strength check, DC 14.
Okay. Strength check or save?
Strength save.
Okay. DC 14 strength save. He failed.
Cool. I am going to basically a misty portal opens up behind him. He gets sucked through it, and I am going to land him somewhere on the same height but over the water.
Okay. This bosun, large man, broad-shouldered, shaved head. He's got tattoos and scars. He's shouting to his crew. He's commanding them to, he's getting them excited and ready and getting their blood pumping for the boarding action. And then all of a sudden, there's this like this sucking and pop sound, and he just disappears. And then in that, just an instant later, he appears over the water and is falling into the ocean. Not sure what happened, not sure why that took place, but watching as his ship sails ahead and he is struggling to keep his head above water now.
Oh, poor bosun.
All right, anything else on your turn?
Nope.
Okay. So top of the next round, I'm going to move us to another map. Let me note. I'll just copy the nightmare and paste it. There we go. Okay. And I'm going to have to move some of these tokens around to represent where people are. But like Simon...
I recognize her.
Yeah, Isabel?
Huh? If that's who this is,
Yep.
She's a Pathfinder.
Pathfinder art, yeah.
Canonical character or whatever, yeah.
And Quizzy, I guess, has been attacking the nightmare, so we'll put Quizzy by the rail. And we don't have Barry, we have Salazar, so let's replace that.
I wish I had Barry, but we needed fish, so...
Right. There's the nightmare. We have our displacer beast, who I'll add onto the turn order. We have our pirates, who I will add onto the turn order. There are 12 of them on the deck currently, or rather 12 of them will be active combatants. And we have Karina the Wraith, the captain of the Crimson Phantom. And I will add her, and let's roll their initiatives. Starting with the Displacer Beast.
Did he wipe out our previous initiatives?
Shouldn't have. They're still on there.
That doesn't show for me.
Oh. Oh, I wonder if it's that. Yep. Let me. Okay.
It just shows the 3 new ones.
Got it. All right. Then I'll adjust that. In just a
I mean,
moment.
I'm happy to re-roll initiative.
No.
Same here.
Not gonna work like that, unfortunately. Where are my bandits? There they are. We'll roll for them. Wow. Look at that. 21. That wasn't Karina. That was the bandits. Oh, I have Karina selected. That's why.
Karina originally had a 5, didn't she?
That was the Displacer Beast. Because I had her token selected, but I was rolling from the other sheets, and it just conflated
okay.
that. Yeah. So now Karina has a 20.
Sure, whatever.
Okay. So you guys can't see any of the combatants from the previous map on the initiative.
Including ourselves, yes.
Right. Okay. Then we'll add the Nightmare and change it to 21, which is what it had. And I'll delete the old Nightmare. Simon with 17. Percy.
16.
Yep, thank you. Quizzy.
You had a 6.
Yep. Yeah, luckily I can see all the old ones, so I have them right there.
Oh,
but
okay.
but if you can't, then I'll. Oh, I don't want to open the character sheet. Add Kara with a 4, right? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And delete, and that should be everybody. So now we can sort descending. And there we go. Look at that. The Nightmare, the Bandits, Karina, and then Simon. Yeah, the Crimson Phantom pulls up alongside the Devilry. The pirates look ready to board. The Displacer Beast looks ready to leap across. But before any of that can happen, our Nightmare, its original commands back in the forefront of its mind, ascends from the water, leaving the steam to dissipate behind it, back up to the sails. And I think it's going to... Well, it doesn't need to go there, actually. It can hit the sails from here. So it's just going to go straight up. So giving Simon some distance to cover in order to attack it. And it's going to make an attack on the sails again. With its burning hooves. Wow, that's a hit. Almost a crit, but not quite. For 30 damage to the ship's sails. Where's the HP? Okay. All right. Now the sails now are burning. They've caught much more than previously. Before there was just like a little bit of smoke trailing up from its previous hit, which was relatively minor. But this time it got a solid strike on the sails. And actually, I think now it is... What is the Nightmare's intelligence? They're pretty smart, aren't they? They are. They're average humanoid intelligence on the Nightmare. It is confident that unless tended to, the sails will continue to burn, and so now it closes the distance to Simon. There we go. Our
Simon's ready to action should trigger.
It should. Thank you for the reminder. Simon, go ahead and roll your attack.
Yep. Okay. I kept telling myself to remember it. 15 to hit.
15 hits.
5 damage.
5 damage. I think that's the second time you've rolled a 1.
Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm also going to add... We'll use Isabel, but I'm just going to add to the turn order for the crew as a whole. And I'm just going to give them right in the middle of the turn order, give them a 10. Okay. All right. And the longsword does sap, correct?
It does, yeah. Although it's about to expire.
It's about... I'm sorry.
It's
Sap is before your next turn and your turn's coming up. Is that what you said?
Yeah, like it lasts until the start of my turn.
Got it. Okay.
Because I'm hitting it as part of the reaction.
Sure. Okay. Then our bandits swing across on rigging to land on the deck of the Devilry. We'll move over. 6 of them move over in the first wave. And Simon, you are up. So you're not engaged with them despite how the map looks. That is their movement, though. So these 3... Well, I guess this one can make an attack on Horton, but the other 2 can't make any attacks. But these 3 are going to swing at Kara. Kara AC is 13?
Yep.
Okay. Swinging their scimitars. First one hits.
So that first one that hits, I am immediately spending a psionic die.
Mm-hmm.
And I roll 2d6, so it subtracts 10 from its attempt to hit me.
Whoa, well then it misses.
And then it has to make a wisdom save.
Oh. Okay. Wisdom save. DC...
14.
It failed its wisdom save. What happens to this poor fella?
Okay, so God, I didn't note this on my sheet.
I hope he teleports directly on top of the bosun.
On a failed save, the target takes psychic damage equal to the amount I rolled on the dice. So it takes 10 damage.
What does this look like? He swings a scimitar. What does it look like when he fails to connect and then gets blasted for 10 psychic damage? He's still alive.
A portal opens up where he was swinging, and the scimitar goes through the portal, and a portal opens up right behind him, and his own sword ends up in his back.
He stumbles forward, staggers forward from the strike of his own weapon, looking confused. He's glancing and looking around, trying to figure out what happened. He is bloodied from that 10 damage. And then we have 2 more attacks coming at you.
Yep.
AC 13, that hits for 2 slashing damage, minimum slashing damage. And then last attack hits for, oh my god, 2 slashing damage. Minimum slashing damage twice in a row. Look at that. These pirates are you guys scared yet? You should be scared.
I am scared. That
yeah.
was like a third of my HP right there.
Right. It is Karina's turn. That's 4 damage, a third of your HP. Oh boy. This will be fun. What's the range on that? 30? I think we're close enough. We are.
Point of order, I said I wanted to preempt the Displacer Beast
Yes.
jumping to the ship, so I do think that I am at the stern.
Oh, that works for me. I'll move you there. She'll fire at Brahm then. Our dwarf bosun. She draws a pistol. She from her brace of pistols and takes a shot. The gunshot echoes across the decks of the ships as gunsmoke erupts from her barrel. Brahm.
I thought there was no black powder in Artifice.
There is. There is now. Because I want it to be.
I want my entire campaign.
Nope, we're no takes backsies. This is what it is. The bullet strikes Brom, and he goes down. He's still alive, but he is bleeding out on the deck of the ship. And Craxus standing near him.
Does he still have my biscuit?
Sure, he still has it. It goes flying in the air as he collapses down to the deck of the ship.
What? No.
He didn't actually eat it. He was saving it. He actually was like, "Oh, I'm gonna hang on to this," and then it goes rolling away as he falls down. And Craxus looks down at him and immediately tries to start like stymieing the blood and dealing with the wound. But it's very obvious from watching this interaction that Craxus doesn't know first aid and is just trying to put pressure on the wound at this point. Simon.
Is Brom down?
Brom is he's at 0 hit points effectively. Simon.
Well, thing is next to me. Sails are on. He said.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just have to fight this thing. I'm the here. Sign swing or 14.
14 hits.
Getting lower each time.
Hey,
there we go.
but the damage is going up.
Yeah, 11.
11. The nightmare is bloodied.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
And now it will have sap on.
Okay.
And in my bonus action, vest. And that will be for 16
16 hits.
for 8 damage.
Nice. The nightmare is looking worse for wear after taking a sizable hit from Simon and then a pretty good follow-up hit from Vesk.
Okay. Be me.
Okay. Percy.
Well, it worked the first time. The thing Displacer Beast did not jump, so
Hasn't taken its turn yet, correct.
it hasn't taken its turn yet. Relish the idea of fighting this thing while there's the entire crew. Kind of want to try and just get it to swim, but I don't know if it can climb or teleport. Don't think it can.
You could tell it to dive. Oh, no, never mind. If he's underwater, he can't hear your next command. I was going to say, dive, and then breathe.
Drink. Yeah. No, let's go ahead and just do that. I will throw out the command DC 14. Tell it to dive.
The Displacer Beast?
Yeah.
Okay. DC 14 Wisdom save. Wow, I'm rolling incredibly low on my saves. It failed.
Get in the water.
It's the only thing that's keeping us alive, thanks.
Then let's go ahead and throw a bardic up into the sails. I'm assuming that's within range on the diagonal. To Simon, favorite human crew member. So you're holding onto a D6 for the next hour, and as part of dispensing that, I get to make an attack.
Nice.
So targeting the dude in front of me.
Okay. 24 hits.
6 damage.
He is bloodied.
So in like one stunning movement, like strike a chord on my lyre, The displaced beast looks like it's not going to jump onto the boat, but down into the water. Spin around, kick this guy in the head, and then all of his chaos, perks up Simon. The end.
Nice.
Yep.
The NPC crew's turn. Craxus is focused on Brahm. He is trying to keep the dwarf. Brahm is obviously like his eyes are glassing over. He's losing focus on what's in front of him, what's happening, as the shock is setting in. Craxus is like slapping him on the cheek and like putting pressure on the bullet wound and looking around for help from somewhere. Horton and Isabel. Isabel moves up and attacks the pirate that Percy struck, and is able to put that guy down.
Nice.
And that is, of course, it always happens. The first one to die is my initiative marker, so he's just going to slide away. So I don't lose initiative tracking. But despite that, Horton looks like he sees the pirate go down, and then his eyes immediately, he looks out to the horizon, and he's checking the island and the lighthouse and the distance to that. And he sees the number of pirates on the deck still, and he sees the number of pirates on the opposing ship, plus the 2 monsters and the captain who just shot one of their crew members. I'm going to make a wisdom save for Horton. And by that, I mean I'm just going to roll a d20. He's able to keep himself composed currently. He doesn't move to attack either of the other 2 bandits. But instead, what he will do is assist or help. He'll take the help action. And I need to remind myself, because it works a little differently in 24 than it did in 5th edition. So I need to remind myself the specifics of that. 20. No, I want 2024, not 2014. Okay, help. Momentarily distract an enemy within 5 feet of you. He can't do that. Choose a skill or tool proficiency. Okay. Since to make help work, he has to be within 5 feet of an enemy. He does find his bravery and engages, but he does not attack. Instead, he tries to distract this pirate. And so the next attack against this pirate has advantage.
Sweet.
Quizzy.
We're gonna try to bring this guy down. Likely not, but someone has been rolling better damage. So we'll do what we can do. Pew pew.
Sorry, this is at the Nightmare?
This is at the Nightmare.
Okay. 21 hits.
Total is 7 damage, 6 piercing, 1 force.
Okay.
Bonus action. I tell Salazar to help out Kara. So he will lumber dash to there. And then he'll smile at this pirate here. He'll be like, "Hi." Except he doesn't say hi because he doesn't have a voice.
Right.
And he smiles really big.
Does he have an attack?
He had to dash. Remember, 5 foot.
God.
Oh, because he's a water creature. Oh, right.
Yep.
Okay. So the pirate just hears this.
Kick him or something to like fell him.
Thump, thump.
Wow. Okay.
Should have been like a sea
It's
turtle
my
or
bonus
something.
action to
Yeah.
tell
No, I
him to
know.
do that.
Yeah.
All right. The Displacer Beast, compelled by a new command, it leaps from the deck of the Crimson Phantom straight into the water, and spends its movement diving down into the water, completely submerged. Not a problem for now. Kara, your turn.
Sorry, I should have mentioned I'm also gonna sort of head over here as well.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, right there. Actually, yeah, I'll drop my longbow and pick up my maul. So I'm gonna leave the nightmare to our buddy, and I'll go into melee mode.
Okay. Kara's turn.
Okay. I am going to use my bonus action to teleport up into the crow's nest.
Nice.
And as I step through the portal, I say, "Sorry, fellas, my dance card's full." And then from up in the crow's nest, I am going to fling a needle at the guy that I had hit last time.
Sure.
Hey, much better.
20 hits.
6 damage.
Confused by the giant salamander, and then attention focusing on Quizzy as he's bleeding out from the wound he inflicted on himself, the needle finds its mark in the middle of this guy's forehead and drops him to the deck.
Yeah. Okay, that's my turn.
All right.
Fighting the sloth from Zootopia.
Round 4. The nightmare is up first. It is no longer slowed because it was not attacked by the longbow, but it is sapped. It still has Hunter's Mark on it.
It was slowed.
Yeah.
I still hit it.
Oh, you did hit it.
So it's
I'm
still
sorry.
slowed.
You're right.
Yeah.
Still has Hunter's Mark, still is bloodied, and its attack has disadvantage. It is going to strike at Simon with disadvantage. As it rears up in the middle of the air, bringing its hooves down. Oh my god. What's your AC, Simon?
My AC is 8.
It hit.
Oh. Okay.
You're going to take...
And that was with disadvantage?
That was with disadvantage.
Ooh.
You take 10 bludgeon and 5 fire damage.
Ooh.
That is its turn, though.
Now I'm bloodied, I guess.
No longer sapped. Actually, hang on. It did do the attack. I'm going to have that go through still, obviously. But I said it was your turn, but now... Or I said it was... Its turn was done, but now I'm second guessing. Looking at its int and its wisdom. That's an action to do that. It is then going to gallop away, fly away from Simon. So Simon and Vesk can get attacks of opportunity on it as it tries to put distance between you all.
Yep, for sure. Alright, Simon up first. That'll be 18.
Nice.
18 hits.
It's for 5.
Ooh.
What is
Boo!
Oh!
That's like your third one on damage.
Oh my gosh, I thought I turned that corner. Okay.
You did, but then you turned right back around.
21.
21 hits.
Grinding me right now. Yep, 8 damage.
Simon gets a glancing blow on it as the nightmare turns to leave, but Vesk is able to slash it right across the throat of this creature, and it collapses down to the deck of the ship, its fire dying as it is removed from combat. All right. The rest of the pirates are going to swing over. And these guys are further back. Where's my range? Where's my measure? There it is. You can get to there.
That's a lot of pirates.
Did I close the initiative? There we go. All right, so they all swing over. The one guy is distracted, so the next attack against him is advantage, but that doesn't alter him. We're going to go 2 attacks against Percy. What's your AC?
18.
Okay. Scimitar. Miss. Miss. And then we'll do... one of these pirates will attack Horton. Ooh. Crits on Horton.
Yeah, we didn't need this crew anyway.
That's my favorite character.
Horton takes a heavy wound, is still standing though, but he is bloodied.
Horton hears a wound.
I think these other 2 are just going to swing at Horton as well. Seeing that he has taken the brunt of that attack. First one misses, second one misses. And then we've got these. We have 3 who can attack. The other 2 are not close enough. And Kara is up in the crow's nest, so all 3 of these attacks are coming towards Quizzy.
16.
Thank you. Miss. Miss. Hit. For, max damage. 7 slashing damage. Karina's turn. She holsters the pistol she had drawn and draws the other one and fires at Craxus. Where's Karina? There she is. The shot goes wide. It splinters the mast next to Craxus's head, and he has this moment where he reacts and stares at her across the way. She curses, holsters the pistol, and looks like she's ready to board as well. Craxus is now trying to gather Brom up rather than leave him on the deck. But what exactly his plan is, you're not sure. Simon, you are up. You're 30 feet up in the air on the rigging with no enemy in melee.
There are some ropes hanging down that I can shimmy down.
Yeah, yep, you're on the rigging, so you're on the ropes, so you can follow them back down to the deck.
This sail is done for anyway. Do the whole dagger through the sail thing.
I'm not Rixana anymore, so.
Can you drop onto one of the pirates and tuck and roll, or have him take the brunt of the landing?
Do like a football tackle.
A vertical tackle, yeah.
I will slide down the rope, essentially just straight down from where I am. There's 2 pirates right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will, once I'm down, I will attack. What's the orange marker on this one?
That attacking him,
Advantage.
yes, has advantage.
Okay, I'll go with that one then.
And Quizzy has already figured out that they have 11 or 12 hit points. Just let me know.
Good to know. Bow attack. Oh! Really? Okay.
11 misses.
Well, does it hit?
Nope.
You got that bardic inspiration.
You do.
If that's what you need.
Oh, that's true. I'm gonna use that thing. Alright. D6, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Alright, takes me up to 15.
15 hits.
12 damage.
Nice.
There you go.
You take him out.
Okay.
That was your other initiative tracker.
Then I think I'm going to. Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna spend my action surge.
Yeah.
Start making some progress here. I'll attack the other pirate.
Okay.
I hope I roll better.
Oof.
That's much better.
25 hits.
That is better.
Damage. Oh, 8.
He is bloodied.
But for my bonus, I'll have Vesk will follow me down shortly thereafter and attack that same pirate with a rend.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, 24 hits.
And 5 damage.
That puts him down.
I think that's everything.
Simon and Vesk descending from the rigging to take out 2 pirates. Percy, you're up.
As bad as it feels to watch the crew get shot and not do anything about it, it would almost feel as bad to healing word them up and then just watch them get shot again.
I think
don't
she's
know.
out of bullets. She
She
had
have
2
to reload.
pistols.
Yep.
Presumably.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are muzzle loaders, so...
That's the only way that, okay. Okay, so he it sounded like he had failed 2 death saves.
Brahm?
The dwarf?
Yeah.
We don't know though.
He is not stabilized, I'll put it that way.
Yeah, and it's been a couple of rounds. I'll do a spin, plucking my lyre, throwing out a mote of light, so he, snaps up awake.
Nice.
So let me get my healing word. Max healing word.
Oh, wow.
Wow. So that's a bonus. And as part of the spin, let's... So I could replace an attack with a grapple, and a shove would be... Okay, so... like, the grappling rules for 5e2, it's like... How does it work again, Nick?
Grappling!
Is it based on my strength that they're making a save against if I hit with a shove, or what?
Grapple condition. Many monsters are... Okay, unarmed strike.
I want to shove him back, I guess.
Okay, that's different from grappling, but still requires an unarmed strike.
It requires an unarmed strike. Okay.
Yep.
So what is it?
And the target must succeed on a strength or dex saving throw, target's choice. The DC of the saving throw is equal to 8 plus your strength plus your proficiency. Strength mod, obviously. But then you can either push it 5 feet away or cause it to, or cause it to fall prone.
I mean, it would be like a one-hit kill if I knocked him in the water, but it's only he would have to make a DC 11 save, which seems pretty easy for him. So I will just go for the damage, I guess. Okay. 10. That's a whiff.
10 misses.
Yeah.
We're sitting on 4 inspiration.
Yeah, we've had a couple go to waste, so I will go ahead and re-roll that.
Okay.
Wow. 12.
12 hits.
Okay. 7 damage.
He's bloodied.
That's it for me.
Okay. The crew, Brahm, is stabilized and revived, and Craxus, sure. Brahm is looking around at the chaos that has engulfed the deck and the pirates that are now still outnumbering you all. Not quite. Nope. I guess with the NPC crew, they're not outnumbering you. But there's still a sound of more pirates on the Crimson Phantom. Brahm is shaken. He does not want to be on here anymore. He does not want to be a part of this fight. He's worried about being killed because it doesn't seem like the pirates have an interest in taking prisoners. He and Craxus...
They don't have a bosun anymore.
Oh, that's actually very true. If Brahm's wherewithal was with him, that might be a compelling argument. But instead, Craxus gathers Brahm up. The two of them go to the side of the ship and they leap overboard, making to swim for the island with the lighthouse. That is them.
They could have waited until we got a little closer.
Okay.
I mean, the ship is always moving. Like the ship is moving towards the lighthouse at this point. But it's been, well, it was, I guess, for a while. But now that it's with the Crimson Phantom, it is not moving anymore. So they would rather take their chances swimming through the turbulent ocean than fighting Karina and her crew.
The turbulent displacer beast infested one.
Well, luckily, the Displacer Beast doesn't have a swim speed, and Craxus, the intelligent Craxus, relayed that information to Brahm before they leapt over the edge, so they're aware that they'll be okay, or they hope they will, rather. Isabel curses
That's what they do when I get them.
Isabel curses at seeing Brahm and Craxus abandon the ship and the crew, even with things going as rough as they are. Horton watches them go and has this moment where he considers following, but being engaged with two pirates, he doesn't want to move. So he'll take the help action as well and apply disadvantage on that one. That's just to the west of his position. And Isabel will do the same. Quizzy.
All right, Quizzy will start up with a nice good old maul attack to the face of the middle one, because nothing says hi like a smack to the face, and I recharged our thing.
You
Hell
sure
yeah.
did. Back up to 4 inspiration.
I will use my bonus action to have Salazar come up and attack this guy. Rawr.
18 hits.
This is a tongue
Does it
attack,
not roll
right?
damage? Okay. There we go. 6 damage.
Okay.
And that dude is grappled.
Okay. He's bloodied and grappled. There's got to be a better one for grapple. We'll do the fist. There we go. Okay, so his grapple is speed of 0, and I believe he has disadvantage on attacks against the grappler, I think is how it works. They added something
Against
in 2024.
Other the non-grapple.
Other than the grappler. Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, I believe that's what it is.
Nice. Okay, the Displacer Beast was about 20 feet underwater. So, or no, half movement for swimming because it doesn't have a swim speed. So it was 10 feet underwater. So it spends 20 feet of its movement resurfacing. And then swims to the side of the devilry and begins to climb back up. It is digging its claws and using its tentacles to clamber up the side of the deck. So it'll have to dash to get up. And I don't think it has any bonus. It does not have any bonus actions. That is its turn. Its fur is wet. It looks angry. Its tentacles are ready to strike, but that will have to wait until round 6. Kara.
Okay. Kara is going to look down and centered right there is going to just snap her fingers and shatter. So they
nice.
all have to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right, we'll start in the top left and we'll go clockwise. Con saves. DC 14.
Yep.
Okay. Success, fail, success, fail. So,
Okay.
yeah. Northeast and
So-
southwest.
It is 11 damage to those that failed and 6 damage to those that succeeded.
The 2 who failed both collapse on the deck. The other 2 are bloodied.
Quizzy shouts out, "It's 11! It's 11!"
the insane ramblings of a drug-addled mind. Nobody knows what Quizzy is saying.
And for my bonus action, I'm going to try to fling this one.
Okay.
Or not fling, propel.
Sure.
So they need to make a strength saving throw.
Okay. They failed.
Okay. They're in the water now. Actually, no. I'm going to send them back to their boat as a message.
Oh. They land bleeding from... They land... Yeah. Bruised and beaten from the shatter spell, they land right in front of Karina, flopping onto the deck, looking confused. And then she looks up at Kara and sneers.
I think your friend needs some help.
The pirate looks up at Karina and he's like, she's right. And Karina just kicks him in the side. Pirates' turns. We're going to do... Let's see. Simon is obviously the best armed. Like, he's the fighter. And how smart are these pirates? What's their intelligence? Average. I think they're going to stay engaged with who they are. They're not going to try and shift to re-engage. So we're going to do 3 attacks at Percy. Helps if I have chat up so I can see what I roll.
It's just randomly.
Oh, first one's a crit.
Uh-huh.
So, and then of course the buttons in chat aren't working. So that's 6 slashing damage.
On the crit?
On the crit, yep.
Okay.
Second attack, misses. Third attack misses. And then these two, this guy has no other choice. Well, he has choices, but he understands that it is harder to hit Quizzy than Salazar, so he's going to attack Salazar. Ooh, I'm pretty sure that's a hit. Yeah, that is a hit against AC 15. For 4 slashing damage against Salazar. And then this one is going to attack Quizzy. And crit misses.
Yeah.
Swings his scimitar against Quizzy, and Quizzy is able to avoid the blade, and also the pirate ends up dropping the blade. He'll be disarmed from that, because why not? However, more pirates appear on the deck ready to leap across.
Oh, good. They already require advantage.
No. They are not distracted from the help action. And we'll just go like this.
Have any of them stepped on caltrops?
Yes. We'll say these ones did. What is the effect of caltrops?
Their speed is reduced, and they take 1 point of damage.
Okay. Speed reduced by how much?
What does output it? Well, we already said they take 1 piercing, and its speed. Oh, its speed is reduced to 0 until the start of its next turn. It takes 10 minutes to recover the caltrops.
Okay.
Soon. Okay.
All right.
So their speed is 0.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay. And then Karina is going to move to the rigging, and she looks ready to leap across and join the fight. But her movement does not... Well, I suppose she could dash. What was that? That was 15. She would have to dash to get over there. So that's what she'll do. That is her turn, right? Does she have a bonus action? No. Okay. All right. Simon.
All right, let's do some stuff. First, Simon will and, right up here, give some protection.
Mm-hmm.
And I think let's focus on the pirates first. So yeah.
Okay. This has advantage.
Might need it.
Hey.
Oh,
Okay.
25 hits.
12 damage.
He goes down.
Better. Okay. Then we're gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna have Vesk fly/glide over here.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
And Vesk is gonna open his mouth and unleash a gravity breath and try to pull these pirates into the ocean.
Okay.
Should be a 15-foot cone, so yep.
Yeah, that'll get all of them.
But it is a con save.
Okay.
DC 13.
13. We'll go top left clockwise. So 6. DC 13. Success. Success. Fail. Fail. Success. Fail. Success, success, fail. Fail. And the last one. Okay, so what they're pulled, I'm assuming. How far are they pulled?
Yeah. They're pulled 15 feet towards the dragon.
Got it. We'll just go straight. We'll go like that. Boom, boom. 5, 10, 15. Okay, this guy is still on the deck of the ship. The other two fall into the water, effectively removed from the fight.
Okay. And then technically Vesk has to land, so we'll have to just land and perch on the edge of this boat here.
Yep, that's fine.
And that should be everything.
All right, Percy.
Got one level 1 slot left. Let's see if we can. Well, yeah. Oh, but you can make such a great item with the Displacer Beast. It is worth killing if we can.
We've got a nightmare sitting on the deck here too, so yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what we can make from that though. Other than some cool. Anyways, who looks like? Okay. Kara, go ahead and become inspired. D6 within the next hour. As part of the dispensing, I will try and kick the guy to my south. 24
That hits.
for 5.
You give him a solid kick to the chest, and he goes back over the edge of the ship.
Nice. All right. To try and no, I'll say spells because we still got the boss. I guess I'll just try and do another kick.
Okay.
Well, no, I'm sorry. I won't kick. I will. DC 14 Wisdom save. Is something akin to vicious mockery. Echoes out. I was gonna prepare some of these. I will for it the next game.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. DC 14 Wisdom.
Yeah.
He failed.
So 2 psychic, and it has disadvantage on its next attack.
Okay.
Done.
All right. The crew's turn. Horton and Isabel. Well, Horton is going to re-up the help on this pirate, since that goes away at the start of his turn. And then Isabel will attack him. Hit for 3 damage.
Yay, NPCs contributed.
Isabel's eyes are on Karina the whole time. Like she is paying attention to what Karina the Wraith is doing. Horton is still eyeing the edge of the ship in the water as if that is his best option should things get worse. Quizzy, your turn.
All right, Quizzy says this all would have been better if you just would have came over for a beer or something. As a free action, Quizzy will kick this guy's weapon overboard.
Nice.
Since it's on the ground. As a bonus action, we're going to reapply my Hunter's Mark to Karina.
Okay.
And then action, we're just gonna give her a thwack.
Okay.
This is against Karina.
Mm-hmm.
I know that misses.
Correct.
I'm going to use my Bardic.
Oh.
17?
17?
Yeah.
9 plus 6 would be 15, wouldn't it?
That's the damage. You're looking at the damage.
I'm sorry. You're right. Yep, yours does both at once. Yes, 17 would hit. She is going to spend her reaction to riposte. Her AC goes up by 3, causing it to miss, and then she makes a rapier attack back at Quizzy.
Well, can I actually then use inspiration to re-roll my attack?
Yes, but we won't get the Bardic Inspiration on it. Because you used that already.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Okay.
There we go.
It misses though.
The riposte would still cause
18.
Yeah, the 18. The riposte would still cause the 18 to miss.
Oh, because it's plus 3 to the AC?
Yes.
Oh well.
It was worth a shot.
Yeah. She hits Quizzy for 12 slashing damage. I'm sorry, piercing. 12 piercing rapier.
That's many.
That is many.
Yeah, that's a whole lot.
Bloodied.
And she hits you in such a way that if she hits you again before the end of her next turn, that will be with advantage.
Yeah, I really wish you would have let me keep my Bardic roll for the second roll.
I mean, Yeah, I suppose the order was a little weird because I announced the riposte and then you announced you wanted to use inspiration. So technically, I guess the bardic inspiration wouldn't be used. Go ahead and roll it. Okay.
There we go.
You got a
23.
vision. You got a vision of what could have happened.
Thank you.
No problem. But you were able to avoid the attack, or rather, you are able to land your attack on Kareen.
Cool.
was
That
the-
doesn't include my hunter's mark. So
Oof.
10 bludgeoning for force damage,
Okay.
and
It's not doing your great fighting or great weapon thing.
yeah. Let's see. Where is that? Topple.
No, like doesn't.
Topple. Yeah, I don't
No,
know
like
why
aren't your
it's not,
ones actually 3s on your damage, right?
No, they aren't. There's no
Oh.
way I could figure that out. So.
Is there? Oh, because so you
Yeah, but,
took
like,
defense
I mean, that
or
those
whatever.
numbers aren't actually included in the the output. So like this 10 should be 12.
No, so Justin said he didn't take great weapon fighting. He took,
he
I think,
did? Oh, I'm
defense
sorry.
instead.
Yeah, because there was no way to get the rolling to work the way that I wanted to.
Ah.
So yeah, I just took defense
bad.
instead.
Okay.
What's the save DC on Topple?
8 plus the ability modifier, so that would be a total of 12, I believe.
She succeeds.
Yeah, I use strength. Oh, and your proficiency bonus, so plus 2 on top of that.
Oh, sure. So 14.
14 would have been the DC.
She succeeds.
She still made it. Okay.
All
right.
Oh, anything else on your turn?
So that was a bonus action and a standard action. Salazar is going to move forward and put that pirate like right on the edge of the boat. So he gets an idea that this isn't like the best position for him.
Pushing him forward, forced movement with the grapple. Yep. He is.
Yeah.
Salazar's like probably biting onto his arm or something, and this pirate's like leaning back over the rail, ready to topple over, but is still there.
Because I could have pushed him off this way.
You don't want to, though?
Okay, sure, I do.
I mean, you said you could have, so I don't know what was holding you back. All right, Salazar drops him. He tumbles over the edge, collapses into the water alongside his 3 buddies.
Yeah,
They didn't really.
Salazar
They just worked together. They didn't really like each
clicks
other.
his tongue.
All right. Displacer Beast. It's going to make 2 attacks.
First
It's-
one disadvantage. Oh wait, no, you put it on this guy. Okay.
Huh?
Oh, I thought you insulted the displacer beast, but you
No, I
insulted the pirate.
did
Oh.
insult the displacer beast.
Oh!
Oh.
I assumed it was the pirate. I'll just reapply it.
No,
That's
it's
fine.
the big monster.
Okay. Displacer Beast, not very smart, but still pretty wise. So pretty good with target selection. It is going to... and you both have... Okay. It's going to do the rend attack against Percy and the tentacle attack against Simon. So we'll start with the rend attack. It hits for 7 piercing.
Okay.
And if the target is large or smaller, it has the prone condition. So swipes at Percy with 2 claws, knocking her down. While it does that, the tentacle swipes at Simon. Oh, I'm sorry. That first attack should have had disadvantage. Hold, please. Still hit. Okay.
What?
I mean, I rolled 2 difference between them.
Yeah.
Tentacle misses. Simon's able to stay away from the tentacles. It snarls in frustration, but now seeing Percy down on the deck turns all of its attention on her for its next turn. Kara.
Okay. I am going to yell down from the crow's nest, "Hey, Miss Captain Fancy Pants!" And I am going to Tasha's Mind Whip her.
Ooh.
So she needs to make an intelligence saving throw, DC 14.
I rolled low, but then I use legendary resistance. She succeeds the saving throw.
Okay. So in that case, you still take 7 damage.
Okay. She scowls up at Kara and has a moment where she wonders if she can get up there fast enough. Anything else on your turn, Kara?
Yeah. I am going to go ahead and let's see. I am going to try to propel her.
Okay.
So now she needs to make a strength saving throw.
She failed.
Yeah, dropping her in the drink.
Okay. She has this moment where she scowls up but looks pretty confident, and then that moment is immediately followed by her getting whipped off the side of the ship into the water. What is her... Okay. Submerged in the water, but she's not a crony like those other pirates. So she's still in combat.
So I do get to choose where I put her.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to say right there.
Okay.
I take falling damage.
Give her a
if
real
you fall into
workout to
water.
get back to us.
Yeah, I suppose she would take half falling damage. That's a good thing to bring up. So, Josh, roll 2d6 for 20 feet to the water, and then we'll take half that 5 falling damage.
5.
Pretty good.
All right.
That's my turn.
New round. The bandits are up first. The pirates are up first. This one, Percy's down, so he's going to swing at Percy. So this has advantage. It hits for 6 damage, 6 slashing.
Okay.
And then our last one doesn't have a weapon. That's what that means. What's he going to do? What are you going to do?
Quizzy looks at him. Yeah.
Am I grappled? Sorry.
You are not grappled.
just
You are
knocked
prone.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
This pirate, how smart is he? Average? He is going to try and step away to the ropes on the side of the ship, prompting... He's going to go this direction, prompting an attack of opportunity from Quizzy.
I'll roll an insight check real quick to see what he's up to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Is that acceptable?
Yep, definitely.
Now I roll my crit.
So, before he stepped away, he looked over at where his captain went into the water. You get the sense he's going to throw a line to Karina.
Okay, yeah, I'm swinging.
Go for it.
I told you. I rolled it as 8.
Ooh,
How
that's
many inspiration do we have?
we have 3.
Use an inspiration.
All right, I'm gonna use an inspiration. 25
That will hit.
for 13.
Woof. He goes to.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's it's just 8.
Okay.
It's 8 damage.
Slightly less of a woof. You still send this guy down, topple him to the deck of the ship as he goes to try and help his captain.
I told you to play nice.
This one that was teleported back to the Crimson Phantom rushes over and throws a guide rope to Karina back to the pirate ship. The rest of these all have speed of 0, but one of them is engaged with Vex, so he's going to fight. He's going to attack Vex with his scimitar. Vex's AC is 16, I believe.
Double checking. Yep, 16.
He just barely misses Vex. Cutting into the rail, the scimitar sends wood splinters up as Vex dodges out of the way. The other 3 pirates will all produce light crossbows since they can't move. And would they just fire at Vex? 2 of them will fire at Vex. No, that is really the best target. All 3 of them are going to fire at Vex. Crit fail. He hits his buddy.
Nice.
A crossbow bolt strikes the pirate who struck the deck, and he takes 4 piercing damage. And the one who shot utters a very unconvincing, sorry. And then 2 more shots. 1 hit, 1 miss, and the hit on Vex deals 2 piercing damage.
Oh my god.
All right, that's the bandits. Karina is going to grab the guide rope and spend her turn dashing. It's 60 feet to get back up there.
She can climb up the ship too.
There's a rope. He threw a rope down to her.
I don't think that gives her a climb speed.
No, but it was she's dashing. That's 60 feet of movement. She was 25 feet away from the
You
ship.
said the water was double movement, and then climbing is double movement.
So 45. Okay, no, all right. She's not back on the deck. She's like there.
Okay. Take it.
That's her turn. Simon.
Apparently has superiority dice too.
Well, there's a big beast next to me, so I think I'll attack that thing.
Sure.
Or hell. Nope.
Yep, 11 misses.
That was what I was claiming for no reason and still missed. Okay. Well, that was fun. Let's see. Well, Thus is gonna fly back to our ship, triggering the attack of.
Okay. Misses.
Okay. I think we'll fly to right about there. And then attack the pirate here, which is advantage.
Correct.
17 to hit.
17 hits.
Just 4.
Still standing, but bloodied.
I think that's it.
All right. Percy.
I will. Oh, can't do both. Okay. I will go ahead and upcast the heal on myself. The bonus. Once I find the button, there it is. Whew, okay.
Ooh,
Full heal.
nice.
I will stand up with half my movement, but I won't bother walking anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's go ahead and can't do. Okay. All I can do is cantrip. So I could cantrip or try and slap the displaced beast. So I will do disc track again. DC 14 against 5 damage.
Wisdom save?
Or, yeah, wisdom save against DC 14 for 5 damage and 1 disadvantage.
Succeeded.
I guess nothing.
Okay.
That's that.
I already did the disadvantage on its attack. Okay. The crew, which are just Horton and Isabel. Yeah, they're going to do the same thing as before. Horton's going to help. Isabel's going to attack. Misses. Oh, no, with advantage. So let's roll that again. Hits. For 3 more damage. That's enough to put this guy down. They're finding confidence. Horton especially is starting to look less concerned as these pirates fall one by one. Quizzy, your turn.
Okay, let's see. We've got that captain over there. As a bonus action, I'm going to ask Salazar to go get her. So, he's going to swim all over there and try to attack her in the water. Now, since Salazar has a swim speed, is this attack with advantage?
That's a good question. Fighting in water. Let's try spelling combat right. There we go. Underwater combat. Basic rules. They're not actually underwater, but close enough. Impeded weapons. When making melee attack roll, weapon... No, that doesn't... A creature that lacks swim speed has disadvantage on the attack roll unless the weapon has piercing. He does not have advantage, but she has disadvantage to hit him.
Okay. All right. In any case, Salazar is going to attempt to smack.
Mm-hmm. Woof.
21.
21 will hit.
For 7 bludgeoning. One thing I forgot to check is to see if my hunter's mark applies to this.
That's a good question.
Does anyone know?
It doesn't, because it's a discrete feature.
Yeah.
It's at a certain point. Yeah.
All right. I'm cool with that. Still 7, and she is grappled.
All right.
Dive.
Yep. Yeah, that's...
All right, the Displacer Beast.
Oh, I still have a whole...
Oh, I'm
as
sorry.
well. That was my bonus action. I guess I'll just mosey on over here. Or should I pick up my bow? I'll mosey over here. I'll get ready for these chuckle heads.
Okay. Displacer Beast will... okay, so Percy healed. So the Displacer Beast is going to focus attacks on Simon.
That's right. I have infinite strength and will never run out of...
I mean, it knows you're both equally armored.
Yeah.
And you're no longer
Yeah,
prone.
just operate under the assumption that I'm indefatigable and immune to all of its abilities.
All right, Rend first against Simon. It hits. Simon takes 7 piercing.
Oh boy.
And is prone. Which means this next attack has advantage. Tentacle attack. That's a hit. Let's see if crit. No crit. For
Wait,
ill.
it's doing tentacle against Percy.
No, against Simon.
Oh, against me. Okay.
Yep.
It gave up on me.
So it knocks Simon down with the rend, and then the tentacle attack does 11 damage. What type of damage? Piercing damage.
Okay, I'm out.
Your KO. Okay.
Yeah.
It then turns its attention back onto Percy. Kara.
No, this is
Kara's turn.
Hey. I am going to fling a needle at the displacer beast.
Okie doke.
So 18.
Oh my god. I can't believe I forgot. The whole reason you deploy a displacer beast is because of the displacement feature. This attack is disadvantaged. Please roll it again.
that's the only time. Like that's the only time it's been attacked normally.
Oh, you're right. It's all been
Yeah.
saves up until now.
No,
You're right.
I've been forcing saves, and Ian rolled.
Yep.
With disadvantage.
I would have used one of our inspiration to negate that.
Okay.
Okay, I'll drop us down to 1. 18 hits.
Okay. I am going to spend a Scion dice to re-roll that.
Okay.
Better.
Well. All right. The needle embeds in the displacer beast. It winces, but is otherwise still focused on Percy.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Pirates, is their speed still 0, or was it just that last turn?
It's just for one turn.
Okay. Not that it matters. I think they're seeing their comrades go down as they have. I think they're going to take attacks from the safety of the other ship. And they're going to fire. We'll do 2 at Vex, 2 at Quizzy with their crossbows. So we'll go Vex first. 1 hit, 1 critical miss, which will hit the displacer beast.
Yay!
Vex.
Thanks for the help.
Vesk takes 5 piercing damage. The displacer beast takes 7. So 5 piercing to Vesk. And then the other 2 are shooting at Quizzy. Miss. And what was your AC? It's like 15?
16.
16. Miss on both of those. Karina, grappled by the salamander. She is going to resolve 3 rapier attacks against the salamander.
What?
Yep.
Pet's having a rough time.
Better that than
she has
me.
disadvantage.
No, it's piercing, so it's just normal.
Yep. It would be disadvantage against a target other than the salamander.
No, it's because it's a piercing weapon underwater.
In the water.
Oh, you're right. Yes, you're right.
It's just piercing weapons.
Mm-hmm. So, but the first one misses. The second one hits for 10 damage.
Wow.
And then because that hit, she has advantage on the third attack. Which crit. For 12 damage.
Okay, what happens when it reaches 0? Does it go poof?
I think it just poofs, but I guess I don't know.
Double check.
Magic action to touch it and expend a spell slot. Return... Oh, it comes back to life with after
Yeah,
a minute.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's dead.
She shakes it off of
no,
her.
it hasn't died. It KO'd, right? Like, it still exists if it's been reduced. It says if it has died within the last hour, but she didn't kill it.
Oh yeah, so it's at 0
Reduced
HP.
it to 0 hit points.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna sink and drown, well, it can breathe, I guess. So we'll see if it rolls enough saving
It
throws.
It floats back to the surface. Can you heal it?
Yeah, you can heal it.
I need
so.
to touch it.
Oh, yeah, well.
Right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, to use the spell. Okay.
Well, she shakes it off of her arm, mutters something about sending an animal to do your job, and then glances at the displacer
Says
beast
the
and
person who
doesn't.
sent a nightmare and a displacer beast at us.
Exactly. And then she'll finish her movement up to the deck of the ship, but that is her turn.
Mm-hmm.
Simon, need a death save, sir.
Death save. Okay. One success.
Nice.
Does Vest still get to do stuff?
I think he just
Yeah.
dodges.
No, you can control.
Well, no,
There's
you
stuff for my
Unless
beast.
it takes
you need a bonus
unless it takes a
action.
bonus action.
Yeah, you have to spend a bonus action to command.
Because I don't technically have a bonus. Yeah, so I think Vest will just automatically dodge.
Yep. Refuses
At least
to.
for me, it says if you have the incapacitated condition, the beast acts on its own and isn't limited to the dodge reaction. Your dodge action.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't read the last sentence. Yeah. Okay, that's good to know. Well, the Vest can stabilize me, so. The displacer beast isn't bloody.
It is not.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, let's see, range. Yeah, I guess Vest will just try.
Okay. Disadvantage.
Yeah, because I don't want. Okay.
Nice.
23 hits.
5 damage.
Okay.
Vest is just like a claw just slowly kind
All right. Percy.
I will res Simon with 18. Upcasting healing word. So in the depths of your unconscious, you hear some lovely lyre music. Guess I will just distrack the displacer beast of wisdom 14.
Okay.
And how many hit points do I have?
You come up with 18.
Oh wow. Okay, thank you.
You got it.
It failed its wisdom.
Hell yeah. Get shit on, kitty. So the displacement doesn't deactivate on damage.
It does not. Only on incapacitation.
Yeah. Did it? The item works like that.
Yes.
I thought it used to work like that. Okay.
5e it might have, but yeah, 2024 it's just incapacitation.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyways, that's my full rotation.
Horton refuses to close the distance to the Displacer Beast. He will not, especially bleeding out as he has been. He will instead put distance between him and the pirates with the crossbows, hoping that they may not select him as a target. Isabel also...
Can he dodge at least?
Yeah, that's a good idea. He'll
Okay,
dodge.
he dodged.
I like that.
Yeah.
Isabel also doesn't want to close distance with the Displacer Beast. But she is close enough that if she were to move, it would prompt an attack of opportunity from the Displacer Beast. Because it can attack with its tentacle at 10 feet. And she's smart enough to know this. So she is going to disengage as her action. And then also... No, she's going to return to the helm of the ship. That's her turn. Quizzy.
Okay. We're gonna have little Miss Prissy getting mad at us again. But I think we need to deal with this guy. So yeah, let's pop up here, and
We'll try to do a little damage here.
Okay. Disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Woof.
yay! I increased the number of things.
2 inspiration available at this point. Okay.
Yeah, there's not much else I can do.
Okay.
So
Displacer Beast, now with a target-rich environment. Simon's wearing plate mail. Oh, but Quizzy is small compared to Percy and Simon. So the Displacer Beast, being a predator at heart, is going to go after Quizzy. Starting with the Rend.
I'm gonna use protection to input.
Disadvantage?
Yep.
Nice.
It's already got do it on the second one.
Oh, it has disadvantage already.
It took a diss track.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I rolled back-to-back 3s, so it missed anyway. And now the tentacle attack you're interposing. So this has disadvantage.
Sweet.
It also missed, so 2 missed attacks.
Nice.
And that is its
Yay,
turn.
team us.
Yeah. Let's teamwork.
Kara.
Hey, Captain Fancy Pants, how was your swim? And I'm going to Dissonant Whispers her.
Okay.
So, Wisdom saving throw, DC 14.
She succeeded.
Okay, so she will take half damage.
Okay.
Which is
3d6.
Oh, 3. I thought you said 36. I thought you were just joking. Okay. So 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
No
That's
bonus?
the turn.
Okay.
Nope.
Pirates are all gonna fire crossbows at Vesk again. Well, would she command them to come and fire at... I don't think she's worried about them firing at Kara. They're gonna fire at Vesk. Because Vesk is the closest target. And it flew over and pulled 3 of them into the drink anyway. So yeah. 4 attacks coming to Vesk. Miss. 1 hit. One of them hits the Displacer Beast again. Okay. 1 hit on
More damage
Vesk.
than we are. I like it.
Huh? No, we're
1 hit on...
getting him.
So Vesk takes 2 piercing damage.
Okay.
And the Displacer Beast is probably going to take max. No, also 2 piercing damage.
Aw.
That is the pirates. Karina draws her pistol and fires at Kara.
She
A waterlogged
swam.
pistol.
She did swim. You're right.
Oh,
Plus, I thought she only had two
I-
pistols, and they've already been fired.
She did, but the reload feature means that you can't fire them in the same turn. So
Yeah.
functionally, they still work like a crossbow. But she was in the water. That is a good point.
I don't know. This is not super technical representation.
That's true. That's true.
I object to one black powder spontaneously existing.
She draws and fires on Kara. What's your AC, Kara? 13?
13.
Okay. Oh my god. She crit.
Oh,
Hold on.
Yep.
I'm going to spend my reaction and a psionic die.
Oh.
Oh god.
Okay.
she's supposed to make the save, right?
Or otherwise she takes 2 damage. So wisdom save. And if she fails, she takes 2 damage.
She DC 14?
Yep.
She failed. Little pain behind her eye.
Yep.
But she deals 10 plus 2 more d10.
What?
Well, it's a crit, so I'm rolling double dice. What was that, Josh?
Go ahead.
Okay, she deals 26 piercing damage.
Cool. I'm dead.
Dead?
Like DED dead.
Yeah, he only had 8 hit points left.
No. It's double your max. If you take double your max in one attack.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. She shoots Kara dead.
Oh wait. No. I have 14 HP, so not quite. I thought I had 13 HP.
There you go.
So,
That still equals out to 0. Horton and Isabel hear the gunshot and see Kara drop, and they look ready to leap over the side of the ship. That is Karina's turn. Simon is up.
Okay. Still got a big displacer beast to deal with. Yeah, I guess I'll try to attack it with.
Okay.
Best. 12.
12 misses.
I think instead of having Vesk action, I'm gonna second.
Sorry, you're cutting out, and I miss what you're having Vesk do.
Instead of using my bonus action for Vesk, I'm gonna do a second win
Okay.
to get 4 back.
Woof.
What a roll. I think Vesk would please do that.
Yeah, if Vesk isn't commanded, I think he just dodges, right?
Yes. It's just the default to dodge.
Yeah. That your turn?
Yep.
Okay.
What size is Vesk?
Small.
Vesk is... Yeah, I believe it.
I think he's medium because you can ride him, can't you?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Kara, in the depths of your psyche, you hear some ephemeral lyre playing.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, last slot. Okay. And then I did spinning roundhouse on this stupid cat. Meow. 14.
14 hits.
7.
Okay. Not yet. Okay. That's your turn.
Yes.
Okay.
Was that not enough?
Horton leaps over the side to join Kraxus and Brahm swimming for the island.
Bobbing around in the... Yeah, great. Big improvement.
Isabel grips the wheel at the helm, but now there's hardly any crew left to man the ship, even if she does get it away from the Crimson Phantom.
Is it like a storm or something?
Yes, the worst of the storm is over, but it is still choppy waters.
Okay.
I think she's just gonna dodge. Quizzy.
All right. Try to smack this guy.
Okay.
Seeing if there's anything else useful that I can do. The answer is probably no.
You have spells, right?
I do have spells, but they're all useless right here.
Oh, okay.
You know, like Long Strider. That's really helps here.
Can help you get away.
All right. But yeah, we'll try to smack this guy.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
No, you're generating inspiration.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Displacer
Good hit,
beast.
though.
Yeah, that would have been a really good hit.
Can't.
I can't spend one of my inspiration to ignore the advantage or disadvantage, can I? But it's too late.
Yeah,
so...
once you roll a 1. That's why you don't roll damage with. Like, don't look at what could have been. Just focus on what happened.
Oh no, I was more like I rolled a 17. That's all I saw.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah. Nothing you can do about that, unfortunately. Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to connect. That's all I wanted.
Yeah. Well, the Displacer Beast is going to try and connect with Quizzy. So Rend misses. And then Tentacles.
Protect me, Simon. Protect me.
I will do so.
Okay. On the tentacles, disadvantage on the tentacle attack. Tentacles also miss as Simon gets himself in the way and causes it to have disadvantage. Kara, with a new lease on life.
That's what you call it.
Time to fireball.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Break out that
try
secret
to-
fireball, right?
I'm going to try Dissonant Whispers again.
Okay. Wisdom save.
Yep.
She failed.
Nice.
Okay. So, this time she takes full damage.
Oh my god!
Thank you and good night.
Brought you back for this?
God damn. I mean, on the upside,
It aids her
she
attack. She just run away, so...
she uses her reaction to immediately run as far away from me as she can get.
Okay.
It
not
does
as far
specify
away.
away from me. So
I think she swims towards the orca. It's over here.
Yeah, all right, she'll leap in the water. I was debating if she would just like climb down the side.
And
I'll-
this time her powder gets soaked.
Yeah, on the one gun it does. All right. Pirates. Vesk is dodging. They've already shot the Displacer Beast twice. They're average intelligence, so they know that if they keep shooting at someone dodging, they're more likely to hit the Displacer Beast.
And their captain did just abandon ship.
Yeah.
Did,
I
yes.
think they
Again.
abandoned. Yep.
Again.
Yeah. Well, this is the first time she's abandoned it of her own volition.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is true.
Quote,
that is
unquote.
very true. Okay. This one's going to move over here and toss a rope down to Karina.
Ah.
And these...
Oh, he's just aiming to be shot.
I mean, he's bloodied. He's been bloodied
This is
for
the
a
guy
while.
that you taunted, and you were like, "Go think about your actions." Sit in the corner, and all he felt their
See
boss.
See if I try to go non-lethal again. Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. 2 of these are going to peel off to help get Karina back up. 2 of them are going to keep attacking. They're going to attack Percy. But Percy's going to... Well, okay. Percy would have cover. You said that Vesk is small?
I was trying to...
It starts off small, I think.
Yeah, because it keeps getting...
Okay. Cover.
Where is...
Oh, I'm not signed into D&D Beyond, that's why. All right, so normally cover would be +2 when you're standing behind someone. Because Vesk is small, I'll do +1 AC. So Percy has 19 AC
All right.
for these 2 attacks. Miss. Miss.
Okay.
Better than shooting the cat, at least. That's their turn. Karina's turn. She'll grab the rope and she'll have to dash, but she will be able to make it up 20 feet into 40 feet. She has 10 feet left. Or sorry, 20 feet left of movement. I think she's got a vendetta against Kara, honestly. Like, Kara
have no
has
idea why.
single-handedly locked down Karina, other than the salamander. But she took care of the salamander, so yeah. So she's just gonna stay back there. The pirates look to her and ask if they should break away. But she's not concerned with the crew they lost. She knows they have more crew below decks, and now she's pissed. So she wants to stay engaged. Simon, it is your turn.
Okay. These would be us. Get it one of these days. Advantage, and that is.
Oh,
Okay. Well. What can I do?
Gravity breath the cat.
I was thinking of that. The problem is to pull it off. I would have to. No, you know what? I can actually push with it, and not just keep the cancel. Because if it was knocked 15 feet backward, drink, right?
It can
I
suck
don't think
and
it would-
blow.
I don't think it would take it. Yeah, I don't think it would take a fight though. I don't know. Cats don't like water. So.
I mean, it didn't affect it that much the first time, but I don't know.
True. Yeah. I don't know if.
I mean, you'd think we'd be able to tell which displacer beast is real by the puddles it's making.
Which one is dripping? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just have Vesk. Okay, Rend.
13 hits.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Okay.
Damage.
The displacer beast is bloodied.
All right.
Okay, we did it.
We did it.
Just hacking away at this guy. Well, it'll at least be sapped for.
Right.
Oh wait, no, this is Vesket.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, that's me.
All right, Percy.
All right. I got my one racial cast of suggestion. Yet another DC 14 Wisdom save. I will suggest that she retreat and leave peacefully.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And what does suggestion say? Target must succeed a wisdom saving throw or have the charmed condition.
That is the shorthand. The explanation is much more explicit on what it is. It's like I describe a course of action. It has to execute it to the best of its ability.
Hmm.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, there,
This is
perfect.
the full-
Thank you.
Full text of the spell.
Okay. Described in no more than 25 words. Yep, what she did. The charmed target pursues a suggestion to the best of its ability. The suggested activity can continue for the entire duration. But if the suggested activity can be completed in a shorter time, the spell. Okay. And what is the duration? Up to 8 hours. Cool.
Yeah, it's like concentration.
Yeah.
So on. Yeah.
She gives the order to retreat.
Okay.
Yay!
Isabel
So-
stands in stunned silence. Go ahead.
Okay, then I'm gonna give out a bardic inspiration to Quizzy, and I'm gonna spin kick the laser beast. Yeah. Bumble. Well, hey, I said I was gonna generate a lot of inspiration. So.
Yeah, we're maxed again.
Alrighty. Anyways, that's my whole turn.
Okay. The displacer beast.
Don't I get to go?
I'm sorry. Yes. Yep. I advanced too fast from case
Thank
and then missed that. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna spend one of those those inspirations that I and Case have generated here, and we'll give this a go.
Okay.
Oh, seriously?
No, you hit.
14's a hit. For 15 damage. Okay.
And topple.
Oh,
Nice.
con save.
I mean, it's just gonna stand up, but you know, it'll
It-
make me feel happy to knock it around.
You sweep all 6 of its legs out from underneath of it. Quite the reach on that
Yeah. I stand on top of them.
Displacer Beast's turn. It stands up and shakes you off.
So
Which,
she gave the call to retreat, but
yes.
then what are the rest of them doing?
Right now, they're kind of looking at her unsure. When we get to the bandit's turn, we'll see.
Okay.
The displacer
she's not
beast.
going to helm her ship and pull it away.
Well, it's not her turn yet.
Fair enough.
She gives the order to retreat. The displacer beast.
I basically, like, my order was basically the second write-up, or the second example. Stop fighting, leave the
Yeah,
fleet
yep.
peacefully. Yeah, okay.
I'm just debating because the displacer beast now only has half of its movement, so it knows it can't get away from you all.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to keep attacking.
Yeah.
And it's going to target
Displacer beast beat down.
Quizzy because Quizzy is the smallest. So Rend
Hell yeah.
misses, and Tentacle.
Protect me.
Protection.
Disadvantage on the Tentacle also misses.
Yeah. Quizzy is dodging to and fro.
Kara, your turn.
Blocking tentacles with my shield.
It's a million little scratches on the front of it now.
I am trying to think. I am going to spend my last psionic die to before I do that, I am at least going to fling a needle at the displacer beast.
Okay.
I forgot I had disadvantage. So,
Well,
Oh my god.
the 14 hits.
well, yeah. So it takes 6 damage.
Okay.
Then I'm going to refresh my teleportation with my last psionic die and port back down and take cover behind stuff on the ship. So if the captain keeps shooting at me, I at least have cover now.
Okay. The pirates look at Karina in question, and she commands them to retreat, and so they abandon the attack and position themselves such that they can take the ship out, and more pirates come up from below decks. So I'll delete the bandits.
Should have just done this first.
Oh, they
Does
had
she-
a legendary.
Oh, that's
thing.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does she get to repeat the save on her turns or no?
Not according to the write-up.
Okay.
Well, I mean, the target must succeed on a wisdom save or have the charm condition for the duration. Pursues the suggestion to the best of its ability. Continues the activity for the entire duration unless they complete it beforehand. But as long as no one does damage to her, it doesn't look like she makes the save.
Okay.
Or anything. And if we do damage, she just snaps out of it.
Right. Yeah, she commands the pirates to sail off, and she stands at the rail and addresses you all on board the Devilry. And she says that, like, you know, that's a fine ship, and you're a fine crew. She's like, I'll let you live for another day, but I'm taking note. I will be back. And then
You could just have beer and pretzels with us. It'll be fine.
And then they start to sail away. I guess to speed things up, the Displacer Beast will leap across, but you all can, if you want to do attacks of opportunity, you may.
I think we would like our attacks in the standard round first, right?
Okay, all right. If we're gonna play it all out, I was trying to. Okay, Simon, your turn.
I mean, I don't know how much health it's got. Well, all right.
Guys. swing.
Bring it down.
Disadvantage. I don't know about that, but 13.
13 hits.
13, I think it.
Yeah, I think that's the AC.
12
Nice.
damage.
Okay.
And Vest attack is advantage with a friend.
Woo!
Oh,
Hell
24
yeah.
hits.
fast rolls. 4 more.
Vesk takes out the Displacer
Oh my
Beast.
god!
Okay. Never mind.
Oh man, I just rolled 12 damage against it.
I spin and I look cool. I wasn't trying to kick it.
You all just needed to know it was trying to leave, and then you could hit it consistently. That was all you needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if we were able to focus it, it's not like we had the multiple NPCs that were just
Right.
not doing anything for the majority of the fight.
Mm.
Anyways, okay.
So
We take it out, and they just sail off watching us kill their other
Yeah.
monster.
However, the mainsail is pretty much burnt up at this point. So your ship is without sails, or rather, it can't not move its normal movement. But the island, the Emerald Island with the lighthouse on it, is in sight.
Yeah.
And so Isabel does what she can.
Oh, can we get our crew out of the
Quizzy's
water? I guess?
collecting. Yeah. She'll make sure that the 3 who abandoned ship are recovered. Quizzy goes and collects the
I'm also-
body.
Recovering my buddy.
Yep. Dragging this small gnome, dragging this medium-sized salamander back onto the ship. Probably needs help, but that's fine. You all are able to do that. And so next session, we will resume at the Emerald Isle with the fallout of what happened here, what that means for the crew, and what that means for the player characters as well. So thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you again in 2 weeks at 7 p.m. Central, right back here on this channel. And until then, everyone have a good one. Bye.
Be optimal.
Bye.